Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right now, currently 9 o'clock, looking here at the book map. What we got going on this morning? How's my mic check? Mic check, mic check. Is it good? Mic check, mic check. Microphone check. How's she sound? New microphone, who dis? It's good. Let's go. I'm gonna try something new today. I'm gonna try something new. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try to listen to some music while I'm trading. See if it'll keep me a little bit more focused. A little bit more focused, a little bit less ranty. Maybe I'll be a little less ranty today. We'll see. All right, so right now we are looking here. Let's look at what we got going on. We got the charts to pull up here. We'll look at let's look at the 15-minute chart here. See what we got going on in types of patterns, anything cray. Looking pretty cray right now. All right. We got a pivot point right there at the 918 pivot point. This microphone on my face. I'm early today because I'm in Orlando, so it's easy to wake up. Been up since 7 a.m. Obviously in Hawaii, I don't wake up electric sound when I'm talking. Really? Mic check, mic check. Is it really? Is there this? Oh, you guys always fuck with me when I do this. When I get a new microphone or something, somebody always is like, "Oh, the mic is not right. Something's not right." All right. Everyone always wants to fuck with me when it comes to this microphone. Can't deal with this shit. Ah! Just rage quit, walk out, done. Peace. All right, right now we got that pivot point there at the 918s. Above that, we got 917 pivot, and then to the downside, 872 pivot here. So that's what we're watching. That's what we're watching here. Also, adjusted this on the book map. So on the book map now, you can actually see the candlesticks. I kind of messed around with this for a little bit, but then I was like, I don't know. But it's kind of nice. I don't know if we're staring at the book map here to see the candlesticks there on the chart. I always think about maybe one day just trading solely off of the book map. I don't know. It's possible. You can trade through book maps, so we'll see. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you're one of the first ones to the stream today. Let's go. Help me help you. You know how we do it. Mr. Scalper, good morning. Good morning. Reezy, Reezy's on his last Hail Mary. He needs one good entry or he's got to refund his account. Oh gosh. Gonna be one of those days. Gonna be one of those days. I'll pray for you, Reezy. I'll pray for you. All right, back to the 15-minute chart here. Stop distracting me, people. Stop distracting me. This is the 15-minute, this is the hourly chart right now we're looking at here. On the hourly chart, we got a pivot point up there at the 66s. So the pivots on the hourly chart will look different than the pivots on the 15-minute chart and things like that. So basically any time frame under 15 minutes will have the same pivot points. And then if you go above 15 minutes, you will then have different pivot points because of the calculation. because the way the pivot points work is they're looking at the previous day's action, and that's what we're looking at here. So on the hourly chart, we're kind of in this downward trend right now. We popped yesterday off of the lows. We pushed up to the highs there at the 50s, 950 area. This morning, the Fed came out and said that they have over $2 trillion to inject into the banking system. So there is no liquidity crisis. People are freaking out. I don't know if the Fed's saying they got trillions of dollars to basically give to the banks in case of any issue. I'm saying that's the bottom, right? I'm saying that's the bottom of the banking crisis. We might have some more choppy, more crappy action the next couple of days, but I think in general, when the Fed steps in and says, hey, they've got trillions of dollars, everything's fine, I would trust the Fed at that point. Don't fight the Fed. Everyone knows to not fight the Fred. Don't fight the Fred. That Chat GPT prediction of the move yesterday, I mean, there was probably like 500 predictions by Chat GPT. So I saw people posting about that. They're like, oh, Chat GPT predicted that the market was going to crash today. But it's like, well, let me go ask Chat GPT what's going to happen today. Hey, Chat GPT, is the market going to go up or go down today? I wouldn't take the advice there. Maybe I should just start asking the Chat GPT what we should do. I know. All right, so that's the hourly chart. We got that kind of downward trend right now on the hourly chart here. We go over and we look at the 15-minute chart again. We can see kind of that downward trend that we saw on the hourly chart. Obviously, that 918 pivot right there. We're right in the middle, that equilibrium area between the discount zone and the premium zone. So we're pretty much right in the middle of this range. This pivot point is pretty much right there in the middle. That 918, there's a pivot to the upside, the 71s, or the pivot to the downside, the 72s. That's kind of funny, actually. So there's a pivot point to the upside. That's 971 resistance. And then we've got support at the pivot point down at the 872s, which is also kind of perfect because it lines up with yesterday's low as well. So the pivot points, baby, the pivot points. The pivot points. Oh, yeah. If you guys are just now tuning in, help me out with hitting that like button. Went early. We went live early for you guys today. I thought about maybe even going live earlier, but wasn't much happening. Nana had the best birthday yesterday. Took Nana to dinner last night. It was funny. I took her to, there's this restaurant in Orlando that's been around since like 1900, maybe like 1920s. It's called Topstep on the golf course. And I actually took, well, I didn't take her, but my Nana, my grandma, had her birthday, her 60th birthday at Topstep. And she has a photo of me when I was probably like 10 years old at her 60th birthday. And it was funny because yesterday was her 87th birthday, and we were back at the same restaurant that she had her 60th birthday at. So right now, I would say in this 15-minute chart, we kind of got this little channel going on here. Downward trend right now. At that pivot point there at the 918s. And I think that's kind of the situation right now. Situation here. If we go to the 3-minute chart, you can see still inside of that kind of dipping. Got that 907 area, 900, 907, 905 area right now, trying to act as support there. But we are in that kind of downward trend here. Had a sell signal earlier as well from the Lux Algo indicator there. And down there to the 906s. Right now there's a seller at the 913s on the book map. So I would say at open, if we're kind of figuring out what we want to do here at open, might be nice to kind of see if we get a move down to the bottom of that channel. Maybe get a bounce from like the 95 area back up there to the 920s. See how she plays out here at open. Right now, book map just kind of chopping around here. I put the candlesticks so you can see the candlesticks now on the book map. I think it's also showing you where's it shows the white line there. I don't know. That's kind of what we're watching right now on the book map. There's a big seller there at the 20s, bunch of liquidity there at the 900s. So we got those two levels to focus on here. Yesterday was, I don't know, did you guys trade the end of day yesterday? You guys trade the end of day? Or the end of day yesterday was nuts. They had that big move up, and then that big move happened. I guess we got the European interest rate decision right there coming out at 9:15. What other news do we have today? Other news, let's see. And selling off down there the 900s right now. Interest rate decision on the euro. In terms of news today, the euro has a press conference basically in 30 minutes from now, so like 9:45. And then after that, the president of the ECB will speak at 11:15. So that's euro, not USA, but obviously getting some action off of that news from the euro, what they decide with their interest rates. The euro doing the 0.50 raise there. No, they kept it the same, I think. Or no, yeah, you're right. They raised 0.50. It was forecasted. They hit the forecast. The forecast was 50 basis points, and that was the actual. So we sold off down there to the 900s right now. That candle from the 10s down to the 97s, and then right now I'm trying to pop back up here actually. Look at that. We bounced right off the bottom of that channel. Is it a coincidence? It's always so funny when those things like that happen. You draw lines in the chart and then the price bounces right off of that channel. That was exactly where it bounced at there, that 96 level. So now the question is, do we start to push back up and tap that pivot point again? 918 pivot point here. Right now chopping around at the 900s. So we bounced off that level there. Not looking like a little bit of a bear flag. Gotta get above that 906 area again. We got that pivot point 918s. If you're just now tuning in, welcome. Go ahead and hit that like button. You know what to do. We're live on YouTube. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Y'all want to party or do you want to party? Heads will roll. There's that bounce. Look at that, right off that 900 level. It's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence, I swear. On the 1 minute chart, you saw how we literally bounced right off that fucking white line. I did not buy the long there, but nice little bounce from the 96s up there, the 908s now. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll to see if we're going up or down today. Let's say on the first, we'll do a poll for the first hour, right? The poll is going to be, this will be the question. The poll will be, do we break, are we below, let's say, are we below 3,900 or above 3,920 after 10:30? Let's see. Let's see what the poll results are. I'm gonna do the opposite of whatever the poll results are. That's what I'm doing the opposite of. I'm tricking you guys. It better not be 50-50 either. Come on. No 50-50. It needs to be at least 80-20 for me to make the call. $50-50. Fuck! Look at that fair value gap on the 1 minute chart got filled perfectly there. We sold off, we bounced back up, we got stuck right there at the 908s. And that was what you want to be looking for a short. 908 area down there to the 900s again. So basically right now there's a 55% of the chat thinks we're going to go below that 3,900 level after 10 o'clock, 10:30. And people think so. Yeah, it looks like the chat is pretty much 50-50 right now. I was worried about that. All right. Right now, pulling back here. That low of that last 5 minute candle there, 396 level. On the book map right now, got support down there, 38.90. Got about 9 minutes till the market opens. 9 minutes. The dollar, the US dollar popping up here. The ES selling off. So right now we pretty much inside of this downward channel here. Been moving down since about 4 o'clock this morning inside of this channel. And right now bouncing off of it. So we'll see what happens here at open. Like I said, there's a pivot point there at the 918s. There's a pivot point down after that. Basically what's funny is we have a pivot point at the 72s, 872 level, which was kind of the low of day yesterday. And then we have a pivot point at the 971s. So 971, 97 or 872. Yeah, so the European bank, the ECB just came out with their interest rate decision, and they're going to be, they raised actually. They were at 3%. They went to 3.5%. So the euros still raising rates. That's going to cause some fear in the market, as people would think, oh shit, if the euro bank raise rates, what will the Fed in the USA do? We'll find out. So I guess there's news that Credit Suisse is gonna borrow $54 billion from the Swiss National Bank. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. I wish I was a bank. But hey guys, look, I lost $1 billion. Can I just get I just need to borrow $1 billion really quick. It would be so nice to be a bank. You can being a bank, you can make really bad decisions. You can lose all your money and then just get a free 50 billion. It's crazy. Like it fucking blows my mind. Why there's like such a double standard when it comes to that kind of shit. If you're a citizen in the USA and you make a bad decision, like you make a bad investment and you lose money, you're fucked. But if you're a commercial bank, or basically like if you're just a fucking big company in the USA, you can just say, you know, hey, we're fucked. I mean, Gordy, trust me, the bankers are making money. It's free. It's free fucking money. It's not, they didn't fucking work for it. Yeah, they're gonna pay it back or whatever the terms are, but it's free money. The idea that you can basically make really bad loans, make really bad business decisions, and then you always just have the Fed to save you. I mean, it's just kind of fucked up. All I'm saying is I wish that when my trading account, you know, goes to zero, I wish I could just call the bank up and be like, hey, I made some bad choices today. Can you load me a couple million really quick? Can you load me $1 million really quick? I know I probably shouldn't have shorted at the top, you know, and got squeezed, but I need to get that loan real quick. I mean, at this point, money is not even real. It's just fucking printed and created. We're living in a world where it's just like, hey, I love that the Fed's like, oh, we got $2 trillion. We'll just give you $2 trillion. Don't worry about it. Y'all know how much money $1 trillion is? $1 trillion is a lot of money. Yeah, I think the CFO of Silicon Valley Bank also worked at Lehman Brothers. The CFO of fucking Silicon Valley Bank worked at Lehman Brothers, which also failed. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. The funny part is they said that Silicon Valley Bank didn't have a actual risk management officer for like over a year. They didn't have a fucking risk management officer for over a year. Wow. Fail. A little fail there. They probably should have hired a risk management officer. I mean, I would say, like I said before, I think that the whole Silicon Valley Bank was one big massive inside job in terms of basically the VCs and the big funds just wanted to figure out a way they could make a shit ton of money. I mean, imagine if you bought puts on Silicon Valley Bank a few weeks ago and you knew what was going on, you knew the inside information, you fucking made millions. That was an easy short there if you knew what was going on. And I guarantee it, people will say, oh, there's no insider trading anymore, but fuck, everybody's insider trading. If you're the CEO, if you work at like Silicon Valley Bank and you know that there's a good chance that you're gonna have a liquidity crisis, you're telling somebody. You're telling your neighbor, you're telling your fucking cousin, you're telling your uncle, you're telling someone like, hey, wink, wink. It might be a good time to, wink, wink, buy some puts. Buy some puts. Let's be honest, like if I was the fucking CEO of YouTube and I knew that YouTube was gonna be, you know, possibly closing down, I might tell my Nana, you know, to buy some puts on Google. I'm just saying, not that I condone insider info, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. Behind closed doors, when you're talking to your Nana, you know, you might let something slip like that. If the bank owner eats filet mignon, does that beef up security? Yes. If you have a fully beef diet and you're running a company, you're fully beefed up. The problem is Nana probably wouldn't cheat. She wouldn't do it. That's the problem. She's too good. She's too good like that. All right, so we're just kind of waiting for the market to open up here. Like I said, the levels to focus on, pretty much that 918 pivot, and then after that, I got the 71 pivot, and to the downside, the 71 pivot, basically. 872 pivot, 971 pivot here today, and we're right here in the middle. So on the 15-minute chart, we got that fair value gap here, pretty much right there at the pivot point. We'll see what happens. I would love to get like a push back up into the top of this channel at open. We push back up into here, we get denied, and then we start moving down. That would be, I think, best case scenario. I don't want to go from here to here, because if we drop it open, there's that chance that we go like that. So that's my drawing. Let's go. Why did I delete the channel? Deleted the channel here. And let's see. Market is open. Let's go. What will they do here? Business is open. Business is open. Place your bets. Place your bets, people. Right now, they're trying to hold up there at the 900 level here. They can try to squeeze this back up. Like I said, I would love to get that push back to the top of that channel for a possible short. Would be very good opportunity here. I don't want to short at the bottom of this channel. Can we get a push up through this level right now? On the book map here, we got a seller sitting there at the 910s, liquidity at the 910s. And market pulling back here, 99s. They're gonna dump it down here, or are they gonna pop it around? Sitting on that channel right now, sitting there at that channel. Right now, holding up there, that low area off of the 97s. Would need to pop up right here really quickly, but right now just stuck there. Kind of watching to see what's going to happen here. If we're going to keep continuing to sell, we're basically sitting right there at support right now, 97. So if we lose that support, probably get a quick drop down here, but would love to kind of get that pop up here again. Down there to the 95s. Now you got support at the 90s on the book map right here, 90 area, trying to hold up there. They're still chopping around at the 97s, maybe a little trap or squeezing it back up. Well, let's see. Buyers at the 95s here, trying to hold it up. That support down there, the 97, 95s holding right now. You can see that 910 area liquidity sitting on the book map here. So will they be able to push this back up, take out some of that liquidity at the 910s again? Let's see. Having trouble pushing. and below that trend channel right now. It's either going to squeeze up here or it's going to continue selling, obviously, but looking kind of squeezy. Like they want to trap some shorts down there. Looking a little squeezy here. And like I said, looking a little squeezy down there at the bottom. It's looking more squeezy than it's looking dumpy. Just being, it might not go all the way to the moon, but just didn't think it was going to dump right through that level there. And there's that little squeezy squeeze. See if we can't pop back up here. Like looking for like 904s right now. Get this pop back up to the 904s for a quick $1,000. And getting filled there. Nice little trade from the 97s. There, the 904s. Like I said, looking squeezy there at the bottom. I'll take it. Quick little $1,000. $1,000 to start the day. Let's go. The reason I thought that was looking squeezy, just kind of that setup was just like too good to have a little trap right there. That's what we were looking for, that trap off the bottom. They trap the shorts by dipping right below that area just to get those shorts excited. And then bam, get that push back up. So yeah, you're looking at like 908, maybe 910 area to push up. But look at, took profit there, the 904s quickly. We pushed up the 906s. And now we see what happens here. So we got stuck again there at the 906s, but I like to get a little bit more of a push up here. Rachel, I didn't tell you. I just said, oh, it looks squeezy. If I say it looks squeezy and it's going to, and I'm, you know, that's probably a good indicator that there might be a long opportunity. If I say it looks dumpy, well, it might be an opportunity for a short, but the dollar is selling off and popping back up here. I know, I know you're joking, Rachel. And right now, just kind of waiting to see what happens. We got to get above this 906 level next. On the book map, we got all that all that support there at the 901s, taking that liquidity out there. Kind of looking, I don't want to say looking dumpy, but looking a little dumpy here. I would just basically be waiting for this thing to break below 95s and then look for a short opportunity below 95s here. Right now we're below the VWAP on the SPY. The hourly chart looking like it wants to move down to like the 880s, down to the 80 area, but still just waiting, being patient. Waiting and being patient here. See if we get this continuation through the 900s. On the book map right now, a bunch of liquidity stacking up there. You can see how the liquidity is following the price action up here as well. So buyers are kind of stepping in there, supporting it right now. So no point in getting short until something changes here. Just because you think the market's going to go lower today does not mean it's a good time to get short, you know? The market could always go higher first. It could go lower. It could go up. It could go down. It could chop sideways as well. It could always fucking chop sideways. So there's that little squeeze. Look at that little squeezy squeeze. Up there, the 910s. Oh, God. Swifty, New York City. It's all the algorithm, bro. There is no sellers. There are no buyers. This isn't even real life. We're not even in. This is all. It's all just a fucking matrix, man. Jesus. Oh, my God. I can't. I literally cannot deal with people anymore. I'm just going to stop reading the chat. Like, why is that even needed? Like, oh, what'd you prove? You proved so much of a point, didn't you? You proved it. You proved a point. You said, oh, the algorithm. Oh, it's all the algorithm, man. We're living in the fucking matrix. You guys know Neo? Have you guys, y'all heard of Neo? Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson's fucking running the market, baby. We're all just fucking... We're all just plugged into the matrix right now. That 910 sitting there. Will they pop it over 910 next? 910 resistance right there. On the 3-minute chart as well. We're hitting that downward trend. Let's see. They pop it over 910. I think we push to that pivot point next. The 918s. Getting very tight right here on the 1,000 tick chart. Wow. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to pop this over that 910 level. Trying to take it out here. Look at them. They're eating away at that 910 tier. Eating away at it. They get over 910s, push up there towards that 15, 18 pivot. 918 pivot on the ES here. There's that push to 12. Should be able to get that push up here. Those buyers coming in there again at the 10s. Try to push this. Bunch of buyers. Look at all those buyers coming in there supporting the price right now. I think they want to squeeze it again. I think they want to squeeze it again here. Let's see if I can get filled at the 15s next. Looking for 15s or higher. Come on, baby. Push it, push it, push it real good. Oh, we're going 15s. 100% we're going 15s. Watch it get filled. Oh, God. Are you fucking kidding me? Right there, the 1475s. Why? I had to jinx myself, didn't I? Wow. Patrick. Moving my stop up here to the 08s now. Can't lose on the trade, but that's a joke. If I had $1 for every time I fucking didn't get filled, 25 cents. Nico got out. We're gonna get filled though. Here we go. Come on, push it, baby. 15's not looking too heavy on the book map right now. We get up there to that 15 level. Bunch of buyers still stepping in here at the 10s, holding up that support now. So we want to be able to basically stay above 10 here. We stay above 10, we push to the 15s. I moved my stop right below 10 to guarantee I can't lose. But let's see if we can push all the way through there. Stop at the 0975 here. Can always re-enter, but I want to make sure I at least lock in some profit. I don't want to lock in zero profit. That's my new goal here. No more zero profit trades. If we're in the profit, we got to make sure we're locking in that fucking profit. So I'm going to move my stop now right below 11 just to move that up there, get a little bit tighter on it. In case we pull back here. Need to either squeeze and stopped out just to guarantee profit, $400. $1,500 so far on the day. Let's go. And now we'll just kind of wait, be patient. Back to the 10s again. I was long trying to sell the 15s, not buying at the 15s. Still holding up there at the 10s here. Still kind of looking squeezy. Back to the 15s again. Got to get through that 15 level on the book map here. Big buyer there at the 08s trying to hold it up. The 1 minute chart not looking too hot right now for the bulls. We go to the bigger time frames. 3 minute chart not so bad. Basically wanting to stay holding the bottom of that 3-minute candle there at the 05 level. Mary making 11 points today. Let's go, Mary. Mary's rich. She's rich. 11 points. Market getting stuck there again at the 10, 11s. There's a big buyer right now at the 08s trying to hold it up there on the book map. Will they hold it? They got to squeeze this thing. They're going for that 15 break now. 15 break coming up. $15 right now acting as resistance here. Can't get through that 15 level. Basically like a double top there at the 15s right now. And then we got all that liquidity down there at the 08s. They're going to test that 08 level here. All that liquidity acts as a magnet. So the market's always kind of looking for liquidity. And there we go. Liquidity to the downside. Getting that move through that 08s quickly. And now down there, the 06s. Currently short, looking to see if I get filled at the 04s. And there we go. Not a bad way to start the day. I was long trying to get that break and then short from the 11s down there, the 04s. So on the day right now, we're up $2,400. Like I said, we couldn't push through that 10 level. So when we can't push through that 15, double top there on the 1-minute chart. Double top. You see that double top on the 1-minute chart, right? You guys see that? Double top. Little. There's a guy right there. Oh, gosh. He's looking a little messed up right now. Looking a little messed up right there, that guy. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Hit up that like button. We got 300 likes here. How come I don't use the 2000 tick chart anymore? Honestly, I've been trading some of the nighttime sessions, so I've had it set to 1000 tick chart. I mean, at the end of the day, the 2000 tick chart, the 1000 tick chart, I mean, if you look at here, if you look at the chart, I wouldn't say there's like a massive like difference here. Like 2000, I mean, there's, I guess, a little bit. It's kind of messing around with trying to possibly buy that. This is, what is it? It's not even, that's custom time. Obviously with the 1000 tick chart, you're just going to have, you know, more candles there. But I think the 1000, that's 10,000. Holy fuck. Pretty much at the end of the day, the 1000, the 2000, you're just going to have, you know, double the candles for the 1000 versus the 2000. So I'm going back and forth between the 2000 and the 1000 tick chart. Right now on the book map, we got that support buyers down there at the 02s. I mean, one thing about me too is like, I'm always kind of trying to test out, you know, new time frames. And there's that pop. I thought we were gonna get that pop right there, but didn't want to get back any profit. It was kind of in and out quickly there. Yeah, we're right there at that VWAP on the SPY here. We're pretty much right below that pivot point, 387.49 pivot point on the SPY that we're right below right now. So we need to get back above that pivot point. Need to get back above that pivot point here. On the hourly chart, you can see that first hour. This is, well, the 9 o'clock hourly candle. Kind of looking a little reversally here. If that candle can get above, I'd say above the 15s, get a good chance of pushing up there towards that 28.30 level next. I'm really interested to see where we end up at after 10:30. I feel like a lot of the chat was pretty bearish here earlier. A lot of people thought we were going to just sell all day, but I feel like you really, sometimes you gotta think not so much, you know, not so much on, hey, where's the market going to go, but what would kind of be the game, right? Like, it's a game. That's one thing I think about. Like, we're playing a game here. The stock market's one big game, and it's the question of, is the market just going to simply go where you think it's going to go, or is it going to go where you don't think it's going to go? So I try to look at both sides of the coin and think, you know, was the market going to sell at open? I wasn't what I was thinking today. All that liquidity sitting there at the 10s now. I mean, they're taking it out. This thing still wants to go higher. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I mean, I would say that the market's constantly giving us fake outs, right? Like, that's the best way to think about it. The market is constantly giving us fake outs. This morning when we broke below, we trapped right below that low there. So, you know, everybody was like, oh, it's gonna crash. What happens is everyone's kind of sitting there shorting. They're shorting into this sell through. They're gonna short. They're short there when we sold down at open. And then guess what? We trap right below that low where we had earlier. I mean, that's exactly what they did. I mean, it's a trap. They just fucking trap the shorts and then squeeze it back up. They stop out shorts. Then you get more shorts that are shorting on the top here. And then again, I mean, the market's basically moving based on people fucking with it, right? Liquidity, basically. The market's constantly creating liquidity, looking for liquidity. That's all the market. The reason the market moves is because of liquidity. It's not moving because, you know, the algorithm. The market's looking for liquidity. Oh God, here he comes, Swifty, New York City. People do not push the market. No, I'm so dumb. I don't know why I even speak anymore. If you don't think that there's a human aspect to the market, you're a fucking moron. Get out of here. The algo needs people no matter what. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the algo is you got to think about it. The algorithm for trade in the market is not, it doesn't have it doesn't care about making money long or short. The algorithm wants to find liquidity. The algorithm is net positive, basically. It's not even net positive. It's net neutral. The algorithm is neutral, right? Like, the algorithm doesn't care. It's looking for areas of liquidity. And then the humans are the liquidity. Like, you guys got to think about that. Like, you literally got to think about that. And humans create liquidity. When every single person's short in the market, guess what happens? It goes up. When everyone's fucking long, the market goes down. It's the liquidity in the market. And that's human interaction. The algorithm does not care where the market goes. The algorithm only cares where liquidity is. I got a big brain, people. I got a big brain. And like, look at that pop right there. I mean, we fucking popped up from the 05s to the 13s. And why do you think we did that? Why did we just magically pop from that level? I mean, you can see it on the book map. The book map shows you kind of what's going on here. They got those areas. Look, we had all that liquidity down there was holding us up. So where's the market going to move next? It's going to move kind of where that next liquidity is at. If the market can't move down, that liquidity's sitting there. Okay, guess what? We're going to move up here to the fucking 15s. I want you all thinking big time. Don't be thinking little time. Don't be thinking little time. Think big time. Like that move yesterday at the end of the day. You guys saw that move yesterday when the market fucking, where's it at? The end of day yesterday. Look at this. I mean, look at this move at the end of day yesterday. We went from the 02s to the 30s in about 5 minutes. That's literally just all these fucking shorts getting squeezed. Just whee, massive squeeze. And that's all because that's all human interaction with the market. Everybody's short. They're thinking we're gonna just fucking plummet at open. We bounce off that 902s and then it's just everyone having to cover end of day. Oh my God, it's fucked, you know? And look at us. Going to that pivot point now. 918s, baby. 918 pivot point. Market looking a little squeezy. They get that push over the 20s. They're trying to tap out that 20 liquidity there. Watch out. 20 liquidity sitting there. They're searching for that liquidity at the 20s. That's what they're going for. And you can see all that liquidity sitting there at the 20s. And then after that, 23, 25. It was cold in Florida yesterday. Yeah, it's been hot in Hawaii. It's been fucking like 80 degrees, 90 degrees in Hawaii. So I'm all used to summertime. When I came to Florida, it was not that it was freezing, but it was definitely cold for Hawaii, boy. So look at that. They pushed up here, kind of test out that liquidity at the 20s. The liquidity is real. I mean, I believe that there's an algorithm in the market, but I don't believe that the fucking algorithm's what's moving the market. The algorithm's just the algorithm has no feelings, right? The algorithm doesn't care if the market goes up or down. All the algorithm cares about is moving the market, finding liquidity. That's all it cares about. But this idea that the market like has like a magical price that it wants to go to every day, I just don't believe that. Chat GPT runs the world, baby. Push up there to the 20s now. That 20 area is sitting there heavy right now, and actually not that heavy, but See what happens. They bust through 20. You're looking at more resistance to the upside. So this is definitely getting to the point where we're kind of at the top of that channel that we talked about earlier, which is maybe possibly setting up for a nice little short here. This is that top of that channel. Remember we talked about earlier. There's also kind of this little microphone setup here for possible push up here, like the 28 level. There's resistance right there. So we're right there at that pivot point. There's a pivot point right here at that 918 level. 918 pivot point. So depending on what happens now, we'll kind of just wait and see. This bottom a little off there, but that hourly candle looking bullish, trying to push back up there. That 27 is the high of that hourly candle there, which would be like right above the top of that channel there. The algorithm came to my house last night and told me what was going to happen today. It told me ahead of time. How do you draw the channel? I just put a line basically like this. Find those like 3 points there. That would be how I draw a channel. And little pop above the 20s here. Is that going to be a fake out? Ooh. We got a fair value gap here at the 15s. I hope no one's been shorting all morning long. Oh, I hope not. And market coming back down here. Hitting that channel now. Do we sell down? Took a little short from the top just to get covered there already at the 15s, from the 20s to the 15s. Still probably going lower. I kind of want to wait to see we put in a lower high in this area. We don't want to just like, especially with that fair value gap right there at the 15s. That was my target. From the 20s to the 15s. So now I want to get below that 15 area. I would have liked kind of get this pullback here, and then we put in a lower high. We want to see a lower high basically. Right now we just been grinding higher, so we look for a lower high. You see how we just been pushing up here. We were right there at that pivot point. We turn that pivot point into resistance here, would be bullish. I mean, not bullish, be bearish. Bearish if we get stuck here at that pivot point now. We're above the VWAP on the SPY. Got that SPY pivot point. I don't love the setup. I like to be below the VWAP. I want to be below VWAP on the SPY at least. But the top of that channel, kind of technically setting up for that pullback here. I love how the guy in the chat talking about the about Meta. Oh my God, Meta's going down. Nobody gives a fuck. Literally no fucks given about what Meta's doing, that's for sure. It's interesting because we're sitting right below the VWAP on the ES, and we're sitting right below that pivot point now. So we got those two things really lining up beautifully for resistance here. Looking here, this is kind of interesting to look at actually. The most weighted stocks in the S&P 500. You guys ever look at this? There's that dump. Oh my baby Jesus. That was a hard short to hold on to, but it was, I've never been a really big kind of trend trader. I need to start being better at it, but, or at least like a channel trader. That would have, you know, on the 5-minute chart, we saw that channel from earlier. Problem is we kind of like broke out for a second. I don't know, we're pretty much right there. I mean, we pretty much nailed that channel, top of that channel there. So now we're still looking for that lower high to get put in here. So we'd love to get that 18 area to turn into resistance. Oh, she's dumping. Literally dumping right now. Thank you for the meta update. Thank you for the meta update in the chat right now. Little did you guys know, we actually have people in the chat. There's a wall of sellers sitting right there at the 06s now. Acting like a magnet to the price. Oh, market said we wanted more there. We wanted that those sellers wanted that 906 sell. Little choppy action right now. But like I said, kind of looking for that lower high right below that pivot point there. We're getting back below the SPY VWAP here, back below the SPY VWAP. Is there an explanation for the giant dump? I think the ECB had something going on, the Euro, right? They had something going on this morning. I think they're having a press conference or something, right? Like I think that's happening right now. Yeah, so there's an ECB That's at 9. That was at 9:45. So they're having a press conference, and then the president of the ECB speaks at 11:15. It was all because of Meta, actually. Meta dumping, market dumping. At the biggest, the highest weighted stock in the S&P 500 is Apple, actually. You see here, pulling this up, you can see Apple is the #1 weighted stock in the S&P 500. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, Alphabet, Berkshire, Alphabet, Tesla, and Meta being #9. So if you're gonna watch, if I would say if you're gonna watch any stock in the market, I would best be watching Apple. Apple right now, red. Everything's red. Well, no, green. Green. Apple's green. Almost red. But those are the highest weighted stocks in the S&P 500. So Apple, Microsoft, which is, it's funny because these are literally 5 tech companies. 5 tech companies making up the S&P 500 highest weighted stocks. Literally, Apple is like fucking. Apple is the stock market. Honestly, like if you're gonna invest in the S&P 500, you might as well just fucking buy Apple. Look at the weight on that thing. That's the highest weighted company there in the S&P 500, but like massively overweighted compared to like compared to like Costco, or when you go down the list. I mean, some of these companies are like 0.05. eBay's 0.06. Yeah, pretty funny. Apple making up the whole entire S&P 500. Yeah, Microsoft, Apple. I mean, if you're gonna look at those charts, those are definitely the ones to look at. So right now, the problem is we're kind of just stuck here. I see the market still selling down. We should have probably see kind of what happens here now. Trying to stay patient. The dollar is selling off right now. The dollar is dumping, so not sure it's time to short just yet. Cold Cuts fishing channel. Do I use strictly one strategy or a few? I mean, to be honest, it's all kind of a mix of, I would say my strategy now is kind of a mix up of, you know, the 3-minute kind of setups, and then also kind of reading price action. At the end of the day, I want to be trading price action over anything. You know, the indicators, the EMAs, the VWAP, all those things, at the end of the day, they're lagging indicators. So as a trader, what you really want to do is get to a point where, you know, you don't need any indicators. You know, I want to be able to look at the chart and just basically be like, well, reading price action now, I think this is gonna push, you know, I want to be able to read that price action and kind of have an idea where the market's going before the indicators even give me an idea. So I would say I'm always kind of tweaking. I'm on a journey here. I'm on a journey, personal journey through the markets personally. I want to get to a point where I'm trading fucking 100 contracts at once, locking in massive profits. But I do think at the end of the day, this strategy right here, the 3-minute strategy with the EMAs, this is the one that I kind of talk about the most with the MACD. This is probably, I would say, one of the easiest strategies for a new day trader to learn. If you know nothing about trading, you know nothing about how to trade, this is a strategy that you can learn and you can follow. Like, this is a very simple strategy. And this is what we teach in the market flow trader community. So, you know, it's not that I think that this strategy is the end all be all, but I would say this is the strategy that for a beginner trader, like I would teach my Nana this strategy. You know what I mean? Like I would teach my grandma. That's what I would literally like. This is a strategy for teaching my Nana. So right now we're getting stuck there. Like I said, the dollar dumping, the ES kind of chopping around here. I want to see that dollar make a better move. I hate when the dollar and the ES start moving around. That's, I think, it gets a little bit choppier. On the book map right now, we got some liquidity sitting there pretty heavy at the 900s. Cold cuts. How do taxes work? I mean, I'm not a tax professional, but there's a lot of info out there. For futures, you're paying, what do you pay? I think you pay, what? You pay capital gains on 40%, and then you pay just normal normal taxes on 60%. If you're trading through a prop firm, then you pay you get a 1099. And for showing income, I normally just show my bank account, to be honest. The apartment that I got in Orlando, it's $2,700 a month. And I needed to show 4 times or 3 times that income to qualify, which is not that much actually. What's that? Fucking like $8,000 per month, which I sent them my bank account and they didn't even question it. They're like, okay, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about us. You just move on in. What happens when liquidity is sitting in a line? I mean, that liquidity is always going to be in a line. You got to think, this is basically pulling off of the order book. So the order book's over here. So those lines don't think about it. Don't think about it as like a line going across. It's just more so like that's where the orders on the book are. Do I got to pay a ridiculous amount of tax? I mean, I pay more taxes than most people make, but it is what it is. Welcome to America, baby. I got to pay to make sure that fucking Ukraine has missiles. Gotta make sure that Ukraine has fucking enough missiles to fight Russia. Gotta love it. AMS, you can teach me how to trade and I pay you $5,000. Nah. Thank you for the offer though. Should I move to Dubai? Fuck that. Nothing wrong with the Middle East, but I could not live in the Middle East. I'm way too fucking American to live in the Middle East. I've been to Dubai. I've been to Abu Dhabi and Dubai. And to be honest, I did not really, they didn't really like me. I'm really loud. I'm obnoxious. I'm tall and white and got blue eyes. I'm the Antichrist in the Middle East. I am the Antichrist. And I wear short shorts. Short shorts with girls in little bikinis. Oh, baby, Patrick is the Antichrist. If there was a picture of somebody that they would not want to live in the Middle East, they would be a picture of me. They'd be like, this guy right here on this poster, this is exactly what we don't want in the Middle East. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, help me out, blow up that like button. We got 500 likes here on the stream. What the fuck's going on, people? So right now, I'm just kind of looking, watching this. We're moving back down slowly. I don't like when we're just kind of slowly moving down here. I want to wait for something interesting to get me sparked up, get me excited. Get me excited here. I saw somebody, I think, what was that? The Inner Circle Trader asked what temperature it is here in Florida. I think it's like 70 something. It was like in the 60s, 50s last night. See, like ideally, you really want to just kind of, let's get, I would love to get like a lower high at this fair value gap on the 1 minute chart. So that would kind of push us back up, but the problem right now is we have all that little support there in this area, so don't want to short the bottom. Remember that, guys. I don't know about you, but there's this idea that you can make money by shorting at the bottom and covering at the top. It doesn't work. It is not a strategy that works. It is not a strategy that works, all right? Although there are some YouTubers out there that will tell you that they like to short at the bottom and cover at the top, but it doesn't fucking work, man. Do I watch ICT videos? I actually don't watch ICT videos. Nothing against ICT, but I try to, I don't know, I try to not watch other YouTuber videos. If that's, it sounds kind of funny, but I try not to. I just, I kind of want to make up my own theories. I'd rather be wrong. If I'm going to be wrong, I want to be wrong because I'm wrong. I don't know. I try to not watch other YouTuber videos. I will watch Humble Trader videos because there's a possibility that she might be on a stripper pole in that video. So that's the only reason that I'm going to watch some other YouTuber video. It's the possibility that Humble Trader might be on the stripper pole. That's the only fucking way. All right. If Trades by Matt wants to wear a stripper pole, I actually do watch Trade by Matt's videos sometimes because I would feel like we're both kind of trading the same thing, but when it comes to like methods and ideas and strategies, I don't really watch other people's strategy videos. I'll watch someone do live trading, but I don't really watch strategy videos, if that makes sense. It might be a bad thing. Maybe I should watch people's strategy videos, but I don't know. Maybe it's my ego as well. My ego is too big to watch other videos. Yeah, I watched Ricky Gutierrez's video on how to buy a fucking old piece of shit jet and then sell it for a profit. That kid. But like, Ricky Gutierrez is the king of like literally just bullshit. His whole thing now is like, I bought a private jet and I'm gonna sell it for a profit. He literally bought this old like piece of shit fucking plane. I don't even know if he bought it. Who knows what the fuck he actually did. But now he's like bragging about how he's gonna sell it for a profit. Like what? The guy's he's a plane flipper now. He was a stock market guy, then he sold cars, then he fucking sold plane. Now he sells planes. Like what in the fuck is going on over there? Literally. That's what I love. Like I remember when Ricky Gutierrez was promoting the fact that he was teaching people how to flip cars. Guys, if you can make money in the stock market and you can make money trading, why the fuck would you ever flip cars? You're gonna buy a used car and sell it for a $3,000 profit. You know how much work that is? That is so much fucking work. You literally know how much work that is? It's not hustling. That's like literally work. Trying to sell cars. Get the fuck out of here. Anybody that's telling me that they make thousands of dollars in the stock market, but then they sell cars for a side hustle. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. I made $2,400 by not even leaving my house. I'm fucking naked right now. I don't have shorts on. And I made more money in 5 minutes than Ricky Gutierrez makes selling his fucking jet. That's for sure. So right now, just kind of waiting to watch. Like I said, we want something like to happen. I mean, I'm not being lazy. I like making easy money. And flipping cars is not easy money. I don't know about you guys, but like I'm at a point in my life where I don't even sell shit anymore. Like if I have something I need to sell, I'm just like, fuck it, I just throw it away. Cause it's more work to like sell shit. I don't have to like deal with people who be like, you put an, like you want to like right now I'm trying to sell my jet ski in Hawaii. And people are like, I put it up for $4,000. And people are like, hey, I'll give you $1,000. I'm like, what the, like, where do you even come up with these fucking offers? I would rather just like burn the jet ski than sell it, honestly. At this point in my life, it's like, it's not fucking worth it to sit there and try to sell shit online. The kid that mows my yard, I got this kid in Hawaii that mows my yard. It's literally, it takes him like 5 minutes. I pay him $100. Pay him $100 to mow my yard for 5 minutes. That's how I appreciate people, right? The kid's always like, I can't even imagine what he does with the $100. I think he's like 14 years old. He probably goes to the fucking store and buys $100 worth of candy. If I was 14 years old getting $100 for mowing a yard for 5 minutes, I'd be buying so much fucking candy and soda and just crazy shit. $100 each time, man. Give him $100. Come on, kid. Here's $100. Do I get short here? This could, yeah, it's pushing up into that fair value gap. But like I said, I just don't like that I would rather get through this area here. Like I'd rather get, now at this point, I want to get down into here. I was looking for a short earlier off of that pivot point, which we got that big move down when I think the ECB press conference moved it down there. But problem with getting short here is you're just running into all that there. So I'm staying out of the shorts for now. You can see on the hourly chart, we're still kind of holding up there. That wick on the bottom, that hourly candle. No reason to get short right here. We're pushing back up to the pivot point on the SPY as well, above the DWAP. Yeah, I know it's looking squeezy. We'll have to see how squeezy she wants to be. How squeezy does she want to be here? We got liquidity sitting there at the 10s, liquidity at the 12s. If you guys haven't hit that like button, come on. We got 641 likes. We got 2,000 people watching. Let's go. I'm still mind blown. How the fuck is there only 2,000? I love you guys. I love all 2,000 of you people watching right now, but we should have 100,000 people up in this stream. I think if I've been having a heart to heart. I did a little meditation yesterday. You know, trying to become a better person, trying to evolve in life. How do I get to the next level? How do I get to the next level? And I think if I can just tone down the rants, you know, maybe not talk about transvestites and me becoming a woman. My Nana told me at dinner last night, she goes, Patrick, you gotta stop. You gotta tone it down. You gotta tone it down. Maybe, but maybe not. I don't know. How do I get to 1 million subscribers? $1 million question that I'll keep asking myself over and over. I'm interested to see what happens if we put in a lower high in this fair value gap area on the 3-minute chart here. Would be like in this level here. Things get interesting if we put in a lower high here for that possible move back down. There's a big seller right there at the 12s, which is right in the middle of that fair value gap on the book map right now. So we got that fair value gap, that 12, the middle of that fair value gap. And that's exactly where that seller is sitting at there. Let's see. Trader TV Live. Yeah, Trader TV Live can suck on my, you know what. See, like right there, I can't say those things. Can't say those things. Trader TV Live. Those little fat fucks. Whoops. See, I can't say that either. I'm canceled today again. Go look at these Trader TV Live right now. They got 8,000 people watching. Fuck me. Look at this guy. I'm telling you right now, this guy is not successful, right? Look at him. Look at that face. It's the face of a non-successful person. Look at his eye. He just looks tired. He looks beat. It looks like he's already lost in life. He's lost. He's losing right now in life. That's a loser face. Who's watching this shit right now? Who's watching this? Not me. Get out of here. Those eyeballs alone, the eyes tell me right there. I can look at his face and just know that he's fucking losing in life. If you're watching Trader TV Live, you're getting sold on how to be a loser. Look at me, baby. Fucking look like $1 million. I look like $1 million, people. $1 million man with $1 million plan. $1.5 million. Whee! This is the hourly chart. We're pushing back up there right now into that trend on the hourly chart. That's like, what is that? Did it do like 30 area, that trend on the hourly chart here? I definitely would not, I would definitely not be shorting here, especially after that little squeeze right there. But the hourly chart showing us some support right now, that possible kind of push back up into here. If you're ever wondering if you should get short or you should get long or what you should do, I think the best plan of attack, all right? Like, let's say you're sitting here, you're on the 1 minute chart and you're like, okay, I want to get short, right? Like, let's say I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, I want to get short. What do I do? Okay. I'm thinking, I want to get short. Well, before I get short, I need to make sure a couple things. I need to fucking zoom out here. I need to zoom out, all right? We're on the 1 minute chart. Let's zoom out to the 3 minute chart. Oh, not looking so good for a short. Huh, okay, let me zoom out a little bit more. 15 minute chart, huh? Not looking so good for a short. So that's one thing I think a lot of people, they really have an issue with. I always, if I'm gonna be looking for a setup, I'm always looked at the big picture. I'm looking from the top and then I'm zooming in. So I'm going from here, from the 15 minute chart to the 3 minute chart. And then I'm trying to go to the 1 minute chart to get my entry. You know, I'm not starting out on the small time frame and just being like, okay, like I see people like this. They're like, okay, here we go. Here we go. It's time to short, right? Like I'm not just sitting there and just going, oh, it's time to get short. I guess this is how some people trade. They're like, all right, looks good. Looks really good to get short right here. All right, so we pushed up into that fair value gap that was on the 5 minute chart. I think we might have invalidated it. We invalidated it now, so still getting denied right there. This could be that. Oh, we're kind of pulling back into it now. This will be very telling to see where this candle closes at. That was that kind of lower high we were looking for, but just don't. The only problem right now is I just don't like the move to the downside here. We got a couple things going on. The SPY, we're above the SPY VWAP right now. We're above the SPY pivot point, right? So those are two things that I don't want to get short when we're right above those things. So I would say right now I'm just kind of waiting. No point in giving back profits. You know? Our goal here is to not give back profits, right? We don't want to just give back profits. I'm trying to get to a point too. Like, I just feel like I have this fucking mental block right now. I got this fucking mental block, man. It's a mental block. I don't know. It's like a psychological level with my P&L lately. Like every time I get up, I'll get up to like almost $3,000 in the day. And then after that, I just can't go any higher. Like I just get stuck. Obviously, like I'd go above it sometimes, but I feel like on average, I hit that fucking $2,500 mark and then I'm just fucked. It sucks. It's a mental thing. So I just gotta I gotta just make sure that once I hit that $2,500 mark, I'm only taking good setups, you know? I think what happens is I start kind of, you know, I get a little too aggressive. I'm like, oh, I made 2 good trades. I'm in the green. And then I start giving back profit. I got to meditate more. I know. I need to meditate. I need more, just everything in life. I mean, we know that I can get through it. I don't think I need to trade smaller. I just need to trade more. I just need to trade my setups. That's all it comes down to. You know, trade the setups. If the setup's not there, don't fucking take a trade. Like right now, it's just not really not a ton of setups here. We need this, you know, we need the 80 MA to get back above the 51. We're getting above the 21. Still squeezing higher there. Like I said, definitely not trying to get short down here at the bottom earlier. I think it's just easy to to mentally focus, be very focused on hitting that target, $2,000 on the day. And then after that, I just get all willy-nilly, you know? Well, that's the great thing about it. There was a point, if you guys have watched my live streams, there was a point where I was making $300 trading the micros. That's what people don't understand is there was a point in my whole, you know, I was making $100 a day trading micros. You know? And I told you guys, I was like, hey, it's all a process. There's plenty of I got live trading videos on YouTube of me trading the micros, making a couple $100 a day and being happy with that. So it's funny because now I'm over here bitching about making 2,000. I'm not bitching. I'm just saying, you know, it's a process. I'm a human just like you guys. I'm literally just a fucking human. I'm only getting better. That's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for the future. Next year, maybe we're putting up $20,000 a day. You know, just breaking down walls, baby. Breaking down walls, breaking down barriers. It's very plausible to make $1,000 a day on micros. Yeah, I mean, I've made $1,000 a day trading micros. I love the micros. I think if you're a new trader, the best thing to do is to trade the micros. You get a little bit more, you know, wiggle room there, not taking big losses. The problem is if you're going to trade the micros, you can't fucking trade 50 micro contracts. I see people doing this like, oh, I was short 40 micro contracts. I'm like, what the fuck? Just because you can buy the contracts, just because you can buy more micros does not mean you should fucking buy 40 micro contracts. At that point, you might as well just size up. The open is bullying you? Who's the open? Who's the open? Where's the open at? I don't play with bullying. Oh. When am I going to Australia? I don't know. If I was a billionaire, would I still trade? Fuck no. Guys, day trading is not something I want to do the rest of my life. That's for sure. I want to make enough money where I can just fucking... I mean, I guess I could keep trading, but honestly, I would want to get to a point where I can just relax. I want to be retired. 40 years old, retired, baby. I probably would still. I probably still would, you know? Just be on my jet ski all day. Kenny Powers. Get me a fucking cheetah print jet ski and just party all day. I'm actually listening to another YouTuber telling me when to buy and sell. Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious? What if I just had my headphones on and I was just listening to another YouTuber? Kidding, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm listening right now. I'm listening to Crazy by Dochi. See, the problem with doing the live streams, I can't play like actually good music. I can't play good music, so I get bored easily and I start talking about crazy shit. Accountability King. You're an 18-year-old trader that's making $500 per day. Do I have any tips? I mean, fuck, you're making $500 a day. You're winning, bro. What tips do you want? Keep doing it. Do it for the next 3 years. Just do it consistently. You'll be a fucking millionaire one day. That's my tip. I mean, the biggest thing is you gotta fucking, if you're making $500 a day, don't fucking lose more than $500 a day. That's for sure. And now we're pushing up to that pivot point here. Pivot point right there at that 18s. Look at that trend back up here on the 1 minute chart. Wow. Wowzers. Look at that thing. Can't stop, won't stop. The market said, hey, we're going to that pivot. Like I said, I did not want to short here on the SPY earlier for this exact reason. Pull that up here. Oh, we're squeezing, baby. We're squeezing. So earlier when we were sitting there talking about that possible short, this is exactly why I did not want to short right there. Right, fucking, you see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I'm talking about? Right there. That's exactly why we didn't want to short. But honestly, that pivot point right there, we had the VWAP. There was no reason to get short when we were above that pivot, above the VWAP like that. Nice work if you bought that pop there. Congratulations. From the 18s up there to the 26s, just like that. Just like that. We talked about this the other day on the channel as well. I made a video, this exact chart. This is a 5 minute chart on the SPY. We got the pivot points for the SPY. We got that VWAP. And like I said before, honestly, nothing big happens off of the SPY. We don't really get moves unless we bounce off that VWAP first. Now we hit the VWAP here, we had to move down. Or back to the VWAP here, we had to move up. That VWAP, I think it's just one of those things, man. It's one of those things there, man. VWAP setup. Right now, we got the 80 EMA trying to push up over the 51, and the 21 got to get above the 51. MACD is bullish. Nice little squeeze, though, up there to the 26s. Will they continue to squeezy or wheezy here? On the book map right now, it looks like 25 sitting there on liquidity wise. Will they take out that 25 level here? 25 level there. I'm trading, just trading 5 micro contracts right now, actually. Got a little scalp from the 20s up at the 22s. I was thinking we might get that little quick kind of scalp push back up there to the 25 level, which we might do. We'll see. The next resistance is going to be pretty much 27 here, right across this area. So we pretty much like hit that. And then after that, you got a pivot point on the ES all the way up here. I mean, it's all the way up there at the 70s. So if we get above this high, and then you have that overnight kind of 27 level. Yeah, I mean, over 27, you're thinking 40s, 50s. So that trend on the 1 minute chart just getting tight and just blowing right through there. I'm happy we didn't short. I'm just happy that we didn't short the fucking bottom. And now pushing through the 25s. Oy. Oy, papi. So 2750 area resistance from the overnight. Papi chulo, papi chulo. Fast Joey is long from the 08. It's got one runner left. Nice work, Joey. 20 points. Can't complain about that. Does the VWAP change from the 3 minute to 1 minute? It should not change. I did not buy. I would not be buying right here at this resistance. 27 resistance here. Bunch of selling pressure there at the 27s. Will they take it out? They need more volume. They're taking it. They're taking it. Wow. Wow. Just squeezing, baby. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I should have got along there, but wow, that was just mental. Right through that. That was a lot of sellers sitting there. Just took it out. It's all meta. Meta going to the moon. Just squeezing, James. Just squeezing. I think the so right now, you know what it is? I guarantee what's happening is right now the ECB president speaking, right? Yeah, the president of the that's in 27 minutes. That's at 10 for 11:45. Maybe the press conference is still going on. I don't know. What an insane move here. Wow. At least I like the fact that, you know, the fact that we didn't get short. You know, that's we might not be making millions of dollars right now on this move up, but it's at least, you know, it's reassuring that we didn't fucking get short down in this level. So it's a win either way for me, baby. Is my scalping strategy very reliant on bookmap? No, not at all. Not at all. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. On the hourly chart right now, look at that thing squeezing. Oh my God. It's the algorithm. It's the fucking algorithm. Holy shit. What in the fuck me? You gotta love it. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Look at this thing. I got long there at 20. Goes all the way to the fucking 38s. Oh, you gotta love it. You gotta just fucking, the FOMO is real, my friends. Look at that. Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick. Oh, Patrick. Story of my life. Story of my life. So the hourly chart kind of painting that picture for the reversal we talked about earlier there. And now pushing up there. And you got that pivot point on the hourly chart at the 66s. 66 pivot point up there. These fucking bank stocks, man, are just getting murdered. Another gap down today on FRC, down there, down 30% again today. Crazy. What a wild time to be alive. I think we're just massive short squeeze right now. Just a massive short squeeze is what's happening. Oh, looking at ever, I was like, oh, that's not looking right. The wrong ticker. So an absolutely beautiful rip here off the bottom, back up there to the 36.40 level now. France's President Macron overrides Parliament to pass the retirement age bill. Oh, wow. I think Yellen's speaking right now. Yeah, she's talking right now, so that might be another reason that the market's moving here. Got Yellen. She's speaking live right now to the Senate. I think that started like 45 minutes ago. So that might be some of the action here that we're getting in the market popping up here. You might have said what the, I wonder, when did we pop? We popped up at like 10:47 here. I don't know. One of those days. 44s now. Holy fucking fuck. Wow. Oh my God. That was a, what, 20-point move from that 20 buy-in. I got long at 20, took profit at 23, and it went all the way to the 40. Yeah, baby. Well, I'm definitely not going to chase this thing now. The problem is, like, even look at this move here on the 1-minute chart. Like, it's not a beautiful move. You got that wick right there, and then, I mean, it's still just grinding higher. Not like a, I wouldn't say it's magical here, but it can't stop. It won't stop. No pullbacks. Just won't stop. Just can't stop, won't stop. Trying to take out that 48 seller next there on the book map here. 48s, possible push to the 50s quickly here. Tapping 48s there. 50s up next through the 48 level there. Holy guacamole, boys and girls. And there's that push up there to the 50s. I took a little long from the 44s, took profit there at 48s. I said I wasn't gonna FOMO into it, but this thing just won't stop right now. I'll take 4 points there. I'll take it. I'll take it. $52 now. It's just going. It's going straight up. The algorithm is so real. What the fuck? Look at the 15-minute chart here. This is the 3-minute, but look at the 15-minute chart right now. Look at the 15-minute chart from the 25s. From the 25s. Nah, guys, it's not overextended. It is not overextended. Holy fuck. Yellen must be saying all the right things right now. Something's happening behind the scenes. This is not a normal move. This is definitely not a normal move, my friends. Don't go FOMOing into it, because there's that move quickly. This thing can come back down so quick. Come back down real quick here. Be careful, my friends. And just like that, look at that reversal already from the 54s back to the 47s. I got long there, the 42s, took profit on that push up there. Didn't get the top, but still making more money. 46. Looking like it's gonna dump through 46 here next. Whoop. Broke 46 for a second. Is it gonna break through there all the way? What do I know? It trapped 46 sellers. Oh my. Maybe we're going to that pivot point. It's going right to that fucking pivot today. Wow. I'm just like, I'm so happy. Either way, like I said, this is a great learning lesson. Again, you know, you got to trust your instincts. You got to trust the process. And like I said, I was pretty confident that this was not a short. Right here, this was definitely not a short when we were right above that VWAP. We had the pivot point right there. So thank God. Thank God I did not give back any profit. Thank the baby Jesus. Thank you, baby Jesus. On the day right now, we are up about $2,700 on the day. $2,700 on the day for a Thursday here. This is one of those, this is like, the best part is like, this is one of those days where we talked about this yesterday. That idea of like taking profit early. I mean, what do you do? How do you, like, nobody knew this thing was gonna go from the fucking 20s to the 50s. Fucking A, man. I mean, like I said, this is not a normal move by any means. $2,700 on the day. Almost 3,000. Definitely some insider trading there. I think this is also because of the JP Morgan news with FRC. JP Morgan came out that they would back FRC if they need to. So that might be some of the bullish news. We're living in a world now where the market is just wild. It's wild news. Still going higher. Fuck me. I'm definitely not chasing this thing. Fuck me. Not doing it. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, now FRC's popping up here. They're halted. FRC's halted right now. Yeah, this is exactly what's happening. You can see here, this is what the news is. FRC came out, JP Morgan came out today saying that they would back. They came out like literally in the last 20 minutes or so. They said that they would back FRC. So that would be exactly why this is happening. So FRC possibly just pop and go crazy back up now that JP Morgan said they would back them. So we figured out the news. Like I said, that definitely was not normal. Still, look at that. Just opened up here again. Popped to the 25s. God, imagine if you would have loaded up on FRC this morning at the 20s right now. This thing's going 30 probably or higher. It's funny now the market's pulling back. FRC opened up right there. The market's pulling back here. This is the 1 minute chart as well on FRC. So we got halted there, got halted here, and reopened up there at 25 now. FRC is the First Republic Bank that everyone's been freaking out about. And there was just news that JP Morgan was going to look at that. There's like literally FRC is driving the market right now. The ES is pulling back here as FRC is pulling back. FRC pulled back, got halted to the downside, I think. Yeah, now FRC is halted to the downside. Who is the best future trader? Oh, come on, Tobias. Are you even going to ask that question? We all know who the #1 trader on YouTube is. I voted for myself twice. We had a vote, actually. The world voted, and I voted for myself twice. I made 5 accounts and voted 5 times. There was only a total of 5 votes, and I won. Somebody tried to call me out the other day. I think it was Trades by Matt. TBM, Trades by Matt called me out and said that I claim to be the YouTube's #1 day trader. And I said, hey, I claim it. No one's ever challenged it. I still have not had anyone challenge me to take away my title. So I will keep fucking holding that title. The #1 heavyweight defender champion of the world day trading right here live on YouTube every day. Hit that like button. Let's go. We got 808 likes. We got to get rid of that 808. We're not in Hawaii anymore. I'm listening to some like some old school mixes right now, baby. Let's go. I got music coming out from the computer and from my headphones. William T, get the fuck out of here. There is no #2. Only #1 around here, baby. So yeah, now the market pulling back after that whole FRC debacle. That might have just been a massive short squeeze. I mean, the thing is like, at the end of the day, I created the game. I make the game. I own the game. I am the game. No one's ever challenged me still. Still to this day. Been live on YouTube now since 2016. Back when all these other YouTubers were still just fucking little babies in school. Still peeing in their panties. Been doing this since 2016, baby. I think I would beat Steven Kalasian 100%. Me and Steven Kalasian, I'll take him down. I love the guy, but I'm 100% confident that I would beat him. 100%. 110% actually. I honestly think that if you put me against any other trader out there on YouTube, I'll take him down. I'll take down your fucking mentor too, Mr. Fadgin. Just the fact that you called him a mentor, I'll take his ass down. Take him down. Where's my Lambo? I wouldn't buy a Lambo even if I had a fucking $1 billion. Have you ever drove a Lambo? They're not that fun to drive. They're not that like, anybody who thinks a Lambo is cool is a fucking broke bitch. If you think a Lambo makes you cool, you're broke. You fucking broke. You broke. What's my dream car? I don't have a dream car. Like, that's the most broke thing you can have in the world. Cars are literally depreciating assets. Right now, I'm renting an X5. I have a deal right now with Six SIXT rental car. It's a great deal. I pay $800 a month for a subscription to rent a BMW, brand new BMW X5 SUV for $800 a month. I pay no insurance. I pay no registration. I can use it anywhere in the world. Don't be stupid, people. Don't think that cars make you cool. Cars do not make you fucking cool. Only people that are impressed by cars are people that are poor. That's the only people that are impressed by cars. Like, hey, I'm not hating on cars. I think there's, you know, obviously, if you're successful, you want to buy a car because you like cars, go for it. But if you're poor and the only thing that you think about is getting a nice car, then you're just a broke bitch. Stop. You got to stop that. Make your bank account look like a phone number before you worry about buying a car. Don't get me wrong. I think they're, you know, I like the idea. Cars are cool. They're fun to drive, blah, blah, blah. But like this whole mindset of people out there that are like, I want to buy a car when I'm rich. I'm like, that's what you want to do. That's what your goal in life is, to buy a car. Fuck that car. $800 a month. How? If you look up Six SIXT car rentals, they have a subscription business now where you can subscribe and you can get a brand new car every month. Basically, I got a 2023 BMW X5 for $880 a month. I don't pay insurance. I don't pay anything for it other than that. It's a write-off. It's a business write-off. I need a car to drive for my business, and there it is, $800 a month. I don't pay any down payment, no fucking lease fees, nothing. It's a game. I'm playing the game, baby. SIXT rentals, SI6 rentals. You got to make sure you live in a big area, though. If you live in the middle of fucking nowhere, you definitely can't do the deal. Orlando has a lot of cars, so I know it's free promo. I should probably get sponsored by SIXT. FRC selling back down from the 26s back to the 23s, gapping down there. After gapping up, gapping back down. And we're just watching to see, kind of grinding back up here. I mean, I got an e-foil. That's $12,000. I got a surfboard that's worth more than some people's cars. Let's go. Now pushing 54s. Fuck me. This can't stop today. Look at that boner candle. What is this price action? What is this price action right now? I don't even know. I literally don't know what to do here. What is this price action? This is good price action to get blown up today. That's what this price action is. A great day to get blown up. Wow. Everybody that's short of this move down is now getting squeezed out. We're just going to go to that pivot point, I think. Gonna go to that fucking pivot point at the 70s. But I'm definitely not going to chase it. Guess what? Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? You guys know what time it is? Y'all know what time it is? Remember earlier today we did a poll. We did a poll. Remember that? Did a poll earlier. And a majority of the chat said that we would be below 3,900 at open. Once again, the chat indicator proving that the majority of people in the chat have no idea what they're doing. Not that I had an idea, but I was definitely looking more for the push up here today. Did a poll. We had a poll, baby. I'm telling you, I'm going to start every day. I'm just going to do a new, I'm going to just do a poll in the chat every day. And then just fucking, you know, I'm just going to start just doing the opposite of whatever the poll says. Well, luckily, Mario, I make the vlogs and stuff, so when I travel and all that, it's a business write-off. So people wonder why I might make those vlogs, but wink, wink, part of the business, baby. DK, is it because I'm so energized? Honestly, I've been awake. You know, waking up at 6 a.m. here in Florida and having time to like actually wake up definitely is nice. I do like that. Possibly pushing back over the 55s here and then trying to push up there to the 60s next. It keeps going the way it's going. Ryan's long from the 45s, looking for a move to the 70s. Let's go, Ryan. Let's go. You crazy son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much live on East Coast time, so even in living, when I live in Hawaii, I wake up, you know, at the same time I would wake up here, so I don't really have jet lag. Can I defeat Ross Cameron? Yes. Is that even a question? Ross Cameron would literally get destroyed trading futures. He would get destroyed. He'd actually get destroyed. Futures would literally chew him up and destroy Ross Cameron. Because his chat room would not be able to pump the ES. That's the problem. It's easy to buy low float stocks and then tell people in your chat room 5 seconds later that you bought it, and then they buy it and then you make money. You want to make money? Fucking start a chat room, get a bunch of idiots in it, buy a really low float stock, and then buy fucking 50,000 shares. And there you go. That's how to get rich. That's why I don't trade small caps anymore. I know you're kidding, Harry, so I'm not even going to comment to that. Do I know Kenny Glick? I've heard of him. Is that the guy? Kenny Glick is the what? Hit the bid guy. He told me that he was the original hit the bid. He could sue me. I'm gonna sue you for using the word hit the bid in your videos. Get the fuck out of here, Kenny Glick. I think that's the right guy, right? Is that Kenny Glick? What happened to Trade Trades? Trade Trades did exactly what I said he would do. He fucking told everyone to buy AMC, and then when it didn't go up, he fucking figured out that he was an idiot and he left. Everyone said that I was so mean for calling Trade Trades a fucking massive pumper. Where's AMC at today? What's the price of AMC today? Anybody know? I'll tell you what it is. Fucking not $100, that's for sure. It actually went up today. Anybody that bought AMC at $50 thinking it was going to go to 1,000, you just deserve to lose money. Like, the whole AMC thing was literally just a test. It was a test. the whole entire AMC debacle was a test of intelligence to see how dumb you are. How dumb are you? Hey, I'm gonna buy AMC at $40 because it's gonna go to 1,000. My favorite is I saw people online. They're like, I have 100 shares of AMC that I bought at $40. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna be a millionaire. When has that ever happened? When? Never. Don't get me wrong. Some people made money off the whole AMC thing. They were traders. You know, traders made money, but the people that bought AMC at fucking $40, holding it for $1,000, they deserve to lose money. You know, like they literally deserve to lose money. If you bought AMC at 50, thinking it was going to 1,000, you just go ahead and send me all the money that you have. I'll send you my bank account info. Just go ahead and just send me all your money, please. There's a big selling sitting out at the 55s over that 55 area. I think we push up there into the 60s next. Will they take it out here? 55 seller on the book map here. Patrick Wieland set up on the 3-minute chart. I don't know. This is looking a little too overextended on the 3-minute chart here. It's just hard. It's hard chasing this price up there. But I think if we take out that 55, we go into the 60s next here. Right now, trying to push through 55s. Sitting there at 55 right now on the book map. They're sitting there, sellers are sitting there. They know if they let this pop over 55, they're gonna get squeezed again. So they're trying to hold it down at the 55s. Trying to take, look at them just sitting there, trying to take out that 55. They're eating away at some of it. Some of it's getting sold through, but not enough yet. Need more volume. There they go. Just absorbed most of it. If they're gonna push up here now, there's a seller. Sellers are sitting there at the 58s next. A lot of liquidity sitting up there right now at the 55s here. 55 sellers. Got Britney Spears playing right now. Hey, yeah. Look at him just. I think there must be icebergs sitting there. Where's my icebergs at? I don't know why this doesn't stay on there. Why does this fucking always come off? All that, look at all that selling pressure there. 20, right above 55 now, holding it down. See, there's a massive, there it is, that massive iceberg seller. I knew he was there. 55, just sitting there, 1,600 contracts. Because I was seeing they were pulling off the book, but it just wasn't moving there. So that's that iceberg right there. 1,600 contracts filled at 55. Massive seller. Just can't get through there. 55s now. The iceberg's basically just showing that there's a hidden seller that's not on the book. They sold 1,600 contracts there, but they weren't showing their size on the book. That's what the big funds do. They can hide their size on the book. How do you read this chart, Jimmy DeButler? Well, wherever it's dark area is at, that's where there's more sellers, and wherever there's less well, wherever there's more red or orange, that's where there's a lot of liquidity. And wherever there's not a lot of red or yellow or green, that's where there's not a, how do you say it? Where there's less liquidity. Once again, tapping that iceberg seller. Will you get filled again here? Tapping once again. Trying to eat through there. I want to see that iceberg seller get out of there. Look at him. There he is. 55s. They're taking it. 1,700 contracts, 1,800 contracts, 1,900 contracts traded here. 2,000. 3,000 contracts traded right there at 55. Sold. Someone's about to get squeezed here. It's either someone getting squeezed or it's a seller taking profit at the top. But there's that push up there to the 60s now. Now will they break through 60s next? That was a lot of action through there. That was 3,000 contracts traded right there. 3,000. Which is a massive amount of contracts. We pushed up there 59.75, got denied. There's a lot of iceberg, a lot of funky stuff going on right there at the top right now. Like I said, the shorts don't want this going higher. Keep getting squeezed on it. You guys are seeing some market manipulation real time here, live on Bookmap. The algorithm is crazy. The algorithm's crazy, people. Ugh. If they push this over 60, I think they see, the problem is we don't know for sure if that iceberg seller was a short or if it was somebody just who was long from earlier taking profit here. You just don't know. But Ryan's still in it, still long right now, looking for 65s or higher. Is he gonna get it? You guys are seeing this all in real time, live on YouTube right now. Trying to push up here that 60 area on the 1 minute chart. Basically trapped above that last little high there, but still just kind of grinding higher here. Can't stop, won't stop. Getting tighter and tighter. Got that pivot point coming up at the 70s. We hit 70 here today. It'll be fucking just comedy at best. I'll be a millionaire in hindsight, baby. $1 million per day in hindsight. Times it almost 11:23. We're getting there to the middle of the day now. What's next? man. This is a hard day. Hard day. I mean, it's the market's just going higher, but it's hard to re-enter. It's very hard to re-enter here. Look at it through the 60s now. It's a hard spot to get long up here. Kind of sucks. It's still just going higher and higher, but fuck. We got that pivot point on the hourly chart at the 65.75. Definitely a buy and hold type of day, but I don't know if I want to buy at the top and hold. So oh my God. Look at this shit. We're going to 70. Almost a 70 right there. We're going to that 70 pivot. Wow. 68.75 pushed up there. This thing cannot stop right now. All I gotta say is if you're trying to FOMO into this, please don't go FOMOing into this right now. I know it looks like you're looking at it, you're like, oh man, I gotta get long on this thing, but good way to get blown up as well. So just be careful, my friends. Be careful. Wow, yeah. Absolutely madness of a move today. Madness of a move. PT, you blew another account? How is that possible? What did you do? Short the fucking top over and over? Tell me how you blew. Explain to me how you blew your account today. Explain to me. Guys, if you lost money today shorting, I feel bad for you. I feel real bad for you. If the market wants to go higher, don't fucking fight it. Do not fight the market, my friends. Do not fight the market. The market will fucking destroy you. Wow. Remember, the market can stay irrational much longer than you can stay solvent. So John Doe shorted 3 times a day. Come on, guys. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Still fucking short it. Stop being stupid. Wow. There's no reason to short this. There's just zero fucking reason. I don't know why there's even a discussion right now. No one should be fucking shorting this. Nobody. We haven't put in a lower high. I mean, there's just no fucking reason. Go to the 3-minute chart. Look at the 3-minute chart. Have we put in a lower high at any point since we pushed up? No. Don't fucking go. Don't do something. Frustrates me so much when I see people that try to short this thing. Hey, Cheryl. Making more handles than Lizzo today. Let's go. Make a video to help you? I mean, fuck, I told you all day long, don't go fucking short this thing. There's just no reason. Why? It's just... I told you not to short when we were down here at the 10s. Do you think you should fucking short at the 20s? You think you should short at the 30s? You think you should short at the 50s? You think you should short at the 60s? Come on. There might be a good short coming, but at this point, there's no reason to short until we put in a lower high. Trying to short the top on the ES is going to get you blown up over and over and over. You will never make money trying to short the top every day. You're gonna get fucked. You know? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to just be straight up honest. I have a buddy of mine who trades, and he's always like, oh, I shorted because it looked overextended. The market don't fucking care. The ES does not care if it's overextended. The ES is gonna do what the ES is gonna do. Come on. What would be my opportunity to get short today? At this point, I honestly would not short today. There's no reason. Unless we like get a big pullback and we put a lower high in, then maybe. But even then, like, there's just no reason. So the market wants to go higher. Let it go higher. Don't try to fucking short this thing. We had that pivot point at the 70s. You know, we got above the 18s. There was zero reason to short this thing. Especially once we got above that 18 level. You know? Mary got the biggest green day today. Let's go. What the fuck's the MRC indicator? God, why people always got to come in here and be like, look at this indicator. MRC indicator, it's locked. What do you want me to do with it? This one, the mean reversion channel. What? This is what we're looking at? What's this gonna do for me? What's this gonna do for me? What's this indicator gonna do for me? I don't even know what this is. Looks like somebody painted a picture out there. The funny part is, yeah, like, it's, if you shorted 3 times a day, guess how much money you missed out on when this thing was going up on you. You know, that's the way I look at it. Can't even get, how do I delete this thing? Get out of here. But think about it like that. Like, all you gotta really think about here is, if you try to short the top over and over, you're just missing out on all this money being made on the way up. I mean, you said you don't want to FOMO long, but you FOMO'd short. I mean, shorting is just as bad as FOMOing. Shorting a massive uptrend is just as bad as FOMOing along, you know? Here on the 1 minute chart, I mean, this would have probably been the best entry. When we pulled back at that little fair value gap, had that trend right there. But Fisheye, I'll make a video later talking about what I would tell myself when I how I would have avoided shorting this thing today. Let's look. What's the best entry today? The best entry today. I mean, honestly, the best entry would have been down here when we broke above that 0810 level into this. But if you're, let's say you're waiting for this kind of breakout, then I'd say the next best entry would have been this little breakout here on the 1 minute chart, making that new high right there. So from 24s, obviously in hindsight now, but from 24s, that push up there to the fucking 50s all day. But yeah, I feel bad for anybody that shorted today. At no point during this live stream did I tell you to fucking short this thing once we broke above that pivot point. People always be like, you never tell us when to trade. Well, I told you not to fucking short it, and you did exactly what I told you not to do. So What's the point of me telling you when to doing it? Mr. Scalper making $3,000 a day, stopping him from shorting. Let's go. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I want to see people making fucking money. Sticks and stones and weed and bones. You think I can get demonetized for this stream if I sing the music? You guys know what song this I'm listening to? What song am I listening to? What you guys think? Even no one's knows that lyric. No one on the corner's got swagger like us. What you got? Come on. Paper planes. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I just play this song over and over while I'm live streaming. Oh, I love it. Posted up on Twitter. I just posted on Twitter saying, a moment of silence for anyone who shorted after we broke through that pivot point. Really though, you a dumbass. Oh, it'll get the Twitter trolls going. They'll be like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Just excited. Just living the dream right now, baby. Just living the dream. I fucking love this shit. I told you guys, I fucking love this shit. I wake up in the morning just excited. Excited for it, you know? Holy shit, there's a naked girl on Twitter right here. What is this? Look at this crazy shit. I'll show you guys this. Now I'm definitely, wait, I can't show that actually. I'm scrolling through Twitter and there's these two girls. They're fighting MMA and they're topless MMA fighting. Must be something in Russia. Must be something in Russia. For sure Russian. Only in Russian would they have topless MMA fighting. It's definitely Russian. I gotta go to Russia one day. Russia looks lit. Market still just grinding higher. There's, like I said, there's just no reason to get short. This thing could just keep going and like this all day, baby. This market don't care. This market don't care. This market don't care. Yeah, Twitter gets pretty wild. There's like no filter on Twitter. You can like literally watch videos of people dying. There's like videos on like most places like on the internet, they don't let you see like somebody get shot. But on Twitter, like you can literally go and watch videos of people getting fucking shot. Like legit just shot and killed. It's crazy. Elon Musk is like, fuck it. We going hard on Twitter now. We're gonna show people dying. Is Elon changing that or is he not changing? I feel like it's getting worse. I posted on Twitter that you're a dumbass for shorting, and somebody always has to comment. There's a guy that someone's always got to comment and say they made money short today. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter. Like if you made money shorting today, congratulations. But you would have made a lot more fucking money long. So that's a real fucking stupid comment. Oh, I made money short today. I made money short today. Oh, congratulations. You're a fucking genius. Guess what? You would have made a lot more money if you were long. Because even let's think about it. Okay, let's say you shorted at 53. You got what, 10 handles to the downside? Maybe. If you shorted 57s, you got 7 handles to the downside. If you got long at the fucking 19s, you got 60 handles to the upside. So I don't care what any short says. I mean, that's literally the dumbest remark you could say today. I made money short. Like, well, you would have made a lot more money longing. That's one thing about trading. Just because you made money on a trade does not justify that trade, right? Like, just because you made money on a trade does not mean that it was a good trade. And remember that. Like, remember that, people. If you listen to one thing from me, one thing in life, just because you made money on a trade does not mean it was a good trade. I've had plenty of trades in my life that were terrible fucking trades. And they didn't work out. Got that 70 liquidity sitting there. 70 liquidity. Let's see what's up there higher up. 4,000. Only really that heavy up, but maybe like 85, 90 there. Not much, too much right now. Isn't it Chipotle time? It is Chipotle time, but I think I'm going to go to Chipotle. I'm going to probably stream for a little bit longer, then go to Chipotle. And there's that break through the 70s. Wow. This is one of those days, my friend. One of those days. Just buy it and fucking walk away. Just buy it and walk away, my friends. Wake up in the morning, get long, and just close your eyes and go to bed. Wake up 70 points. That bottom down there, absolutely just ding, 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 ding. Wee! The Lux Algo indicator with the old buy signal right there off the bottom. Look at that thing. You would have, I'm always like, do I want to follow these indicator? But obviously, on a trending day, it looks easy, right? On a trending day, that indicator obviously looks very good. It did put sell there, which was not a good idea. But if you would have taken that indicator right there from the 07s up there to the, you would have gotten out there at 38. So 30 points, maybe some right there profit. Look at the hourly chart here. There's that reversal. We talked about that bottom. Remember earlier when that candle was like, we were sitting right there and that candle was right here and it was like, still looked reversely. I kind of told you guys, I drew that right there. Drew that reversal. It was I was a little off. I wasn't perfect on the drawing, but there's that breakout. Massive breakout to the upside here. Obviously, I think a lot of the news today kind of drove that squeeze, but still, we got it. And like I said, the best thing to think about here is just the fact that we did not short down there in the lows. So that's the win of the day for me. And I don't even care about making the money today. I just care about the fact that I didn't short at the fucking lows. So fuck. I gotta stop looking at Twitter. There's so many like depressing videos on Twitter. Look at Paris right now. Look at Paris Twitter. This is a video from Paris. All the immigrants and refugees just literally sleeping in the middle of the streets there in Paris. Wow. What did they think was gonna happen? What did they think was gonna happen when they took all these immigrants? Look at, they're fighting in the middle of the fucking road there. Madness. It's kind of bad. Kind of just real look at it. Oh, total chaos there in Paris. I've been to Paris, and Paris is a beautiful city, but this is sad to see. Just really bad politicians. I've already kind of expressed my view on the idea of taking refugees. If you're an able-bodied man, you're not a refugee. If you're a woman or a child, you can be a refugee, but if you're a 25-year-old male, you're not a refugee. That's all it comes down to. Oh, dude. I gotta get off Twitter. Twitter is like, it's just bad. Look, there's a video of this people getting in a fight at Waffle House. We're just gotta go on Twitter. Just new goal today. Just go on Twitter. Look at this. Fighting at Waffle House. Like, I'm afraid to go to I used to go to Waffle House back in the day. I used to. You know, Waffle House was good, you know, like you kind of wanted to go to Waffle House when you're hungry sometimes, maybe after a late night partying. But Waffle House be lit these days. I don't understand how Waffle House always gets all these fights to happen. Some crazy shit happening at Waffle House. Some crazy shit be happening up at Waffle House. Remember that? I think there was a person in Florida. There was a place in Florida, Waffle House, where the guy killed somebody and put him in the freezer. You guys remember that? I think it was the cook. The cook at Waffle House murdered somebody and then put him in the freezer at Waffle House. Fuck. I'm like very, very impressed on how well this is holding up. But that's just to go again, it just proves that when the market's in that mode where it just wants to grind higher, it's going to grind higher. It don't care about if you're short. It don't care about if you think it's overextended. This market is going to be grinding higher. On the day right now, what do we have? Only up 1% on the day. But I think we were down. How much were we down this morning? Look at that thing. We want prenup. Someone just fucking took a bazooka this morning and went, boom! Fuck you, shorts. America's back, baby. America. America, the land of one word to, what did they say? One sentence to describe America. Yeah, America. I like my favorite part about this whole thing is that the White House just keeps like tweeting about how everything's fine. Don't worry, everybody. We're totally fine. No problem. No problem. Got no problem here. Oh, more propaganda today. Look at this thing. I love this. 12 million jobs created since Biden took fucking office. I don't know. Did it have anything to do with the entire economy being shut down before, you know, before fucking Biden became president? I don't know. How do they literally make these claims? Mind blowing. These fucking tweets. Do people believe this shit? I just want to know, if you voted for Biden, are you happy with what Biden's done? Do people believe it? I mean, are you guys excited? Are you like, hey, I'm so happy that we voted for Biden? I'd have to say that I don't know. I just don't know how you could be proud of that. If you voted for Biden and you're happy with that decision, I feel bad. Now, the thing I want to point out though is, number one, not that I hated Biden or Trump. Here's the issue. The fact is that in America, the best country in the world, right? We're supposed to be the best country in the world. And the only two fucking people to run for president are one guy who's brain dead and then another psychopath. Come on. Like it's madness. It's madness. That was our two best candidates. Literally, two best candidates of the whole entire fucking country. We got millions of people in America, and the best people that we can be president of the United States is fucking one old dead guy, one old brain dead guy, and then a psychopath. Crazy. Crazy. I do like DeSantis. We'll see what happens. The problem with DeSantis is he doesn't have the notoriety across the country yet. And now Trump's fucking around with DeSantis, so I don't know. It's a battle. We need Trump to just fucking go away. The problem is he's not going to. Trump's gonna fuck up this next election for sure. We don't want the Republicans divided. We want the fucking Republicans together, and Trump's gonna fuck it all up. I should run 100%. I'd be a fucking wait. Come on. Let's be honest. Put me up. Let me debate with Joe Biden. If anybody watching this stream right now thinks that I would not win a debate against Joe Biden, well, then just go ahead and cancel. Just go ahead and fucking exit out of this because you're a moron. I would have Joe Biden's fucking, he would have smoke coming out of his ears. He wouldn't know what to do. The robot in the robot machine inside of Joe Biden's brain would just blow up. Patrick Wieland president, 2024. I could probably get like at least 2,000 votes, maybe more than that. Morgan Freeman for president. Nah, fucking Denzel Washington for president. Denzel Washington. I want the Denzel Washington from what's that movie? What's that movie where he's like he works at the hardware store? What's that movie called? I know you guys know. The Equalizer. Yeah. I want the Equalizer as president. Equalizer president. Congratulations to everybody that's fucking just holding on long right now. You guys are winning. You guys are absolutely winning right now. Getting tight, getting tight. 3-minute chart looking like wants to break above that pivot point there. We tapped that pivot point right on the dot there, my friends. Right on the dot. Maybe 12 o'clock we break that pivot. Where do we go from here? I don't know. What's crazy is, remember this morning? You guys remember this morning we talked about this, that pivot point there, and it was like, it's so hard sometimes. You think about it, right? So this morning we opened up, we are here. We were right there in the middle between those pivot points, right here at the open, in this area. And we had that 18 pivot, then we had the 70 pivot. Like when we're here, when we're down at this level, right? When we're down here, like it's so hard to imagine the market just going straight to that fucking pivot, right? And it happened. It fucking happened. There it's going higher, still breaking higher. Crazy. These pivots, man, these pivots be so good. The SPY breaking pivots here. The next pivot on the SPY, 397. Palm trees. You love me sometimes, but when do you not love me? Let me hear it. Let me hear why you don't love me. I'm interested to find out. What is it? What did I say that offended you? What is it? Let's hear it. Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. The pivots are free. Go on to TradingView, type in pivot points. Pivot point standard right there. Pivot point standard. Sadra, I don't show when I trade. This is not a chat room for showing you when I buy and sell. This is a live stream for me just to talk shit on the internet. Why don't I use order flow? I mean, why don't I do any? I know people always ask me, like, why don't I do certain things? I mean, I don't know. This is what works for me. Why do I not trade naked? Why do I not trade, you know, fucking oil? Why do I not trade outside? Why do I not trade anywhere? Palm trees, a refugee? Question mark. That was a terrible response. All I said was that if you're an able-bodied man, you're not a refugee. If the Americans, if America, think about it, if the Americans back in the day, every 25-year-old man decided he was going to be a fucking refugee when the British were taking over America, you know, what would have happened there? We would never have had America, right? Never would have had America. I just think that women and children, you know, yeah, okay, you're refugees, but a 25-year-old able-bodied man leaving a country because they want to be refugees is not a refugee. That's just a fucking someone running away. And what are they going to do? They're going to go live in France and not work and sit on the street causing more issues? I mean, you can't have thousands of people from one country move to another country and just pretend they're going to just live there and be totally normal. Running away from being killed. I mean, how many Americans died in wars? World War II. You know, fucking British, the fucking Revolutionary War. If we always just ran away from our problems, then the world would be fucked. You know? It's not a war of just one side is killing. I mean, it's a war. Get on the right side, I guess. I don't know what to say. And I agree with the issue with the Americans. The problem with America, with our immigration in America, we end up taking all the smartest and kind of best people from these countries, especially in Africa and stuff. We end up taking, you know, doctors and all these smart people from the countries, and we leave, you know, pretty much everybody who can't afford to move to America. And there's that push up now. It's through the pivot point now. We're just going higher and higher. This market said we ain't gonna stop. Who's still shorting? Who's still shorting? Who's still shorting? Who's still shorting right now? Are you shorting right now? Who's still shorting? Tell me if you're short. Tell me if you're short, please. On the day right now, we're at $2,700 on the day. $2,700 on the day. Not my biggest profit day ever, but we're still green. We didn't short the bottom. That's all that matters. All I'm happy about is that we didn't short the bottom. It's a win for me. It's a win, baby. Winning. Yeah, I mean, the MACD is like chopping around right now. The problem is, like I said, the MACD kind of, these indicators can be just totally lagging and the market just keeps going higher and higher. So I think at this point, what are you going to do? You're going to keep chasing the top every time it pops? I don't know. I would, at this point, if you're not in the fucking green already, not sure I'd want to keep chasing this thing. But I said that earlier when we were at 50, so can't always be right. How much would I have made if I would have held to the high of day? Well, 5 contracts, let's just say I traded 3 contracts from, let's just say I got in here at the 20s to the fucking 70s, 50 points. What, that's 5, math, I'm bad at math. That's what? Oh my God. If that's what you put. Why is it so hard? Why is the math so hard? 7,500. 7,000, something around that. This is a hard, this was a very unique day, I would say. This is a very outlier type of action day for the market. This is not normal price action by any means. So if you're watching right now and you're like, oh wow, this is so cool, like this is not normal, right? Like this is very much not normal. Well, luckily for me, cars and football, I don't have to add up all the numbers in my bank account. My bank does it for me. You know? Luckily for me. Yes, Salusti Majuki, it was very easy to anticipate. I get it. Everybody is fucking a genius in hindsight. Such a genius in everyone's fucking genius in hindsight. Why does it make sense on the NQ chart? Looks the same as the fucking ES chart. What's the difference here, buddy? Because it broke out over that high there, the 441s. I mean, it's fucking easy in hindsight to sit here and go, oh, I should have got long at the bottom and sold at the top. I mean, that's, you know, I don't care what anyone says. Like, there's nobody that can say, hey, I predicted this was going to go up today and go to the fucking, I knew for sure 100% it was going to 70. Oh, I knew for sure. I knew for sure the market was going to just grind higher and higher after 1045. Yeah, and exactly. Even if I would have gotten at the bottom, I probably wouldn't have held to fucking 70. So. Nobody knew. Not one fucking person on this planet knew that the market was guaranteed to go to fucking 70. And I'm not sending you an email. Fuck you. That's why, like, I love how people just, like, in hindsight, always love to, like, well, my indicator told me that it was going to go to 70. Well, why are you not a fucking millionaire and why are you watching my fucking videos on YouTube? You sent me a forecast. I mean, I knew that the pivot point was there at 70. It doesn't mean that I fucking knew the market was going to go there. It's like, in hindsight, it's like so easy. Yeah, you're a genius in hindsight. I get it. You're a fucking millionaire, but you're not. You're in my fucking, you're watching my videos on YouTube. I told you it was going to go to 70. I knew it. I told you. I knew it. That 3,000 iceberg, that could have been, I mean, I guess it could have been a buy stop as well, but be a weird buy stop. I don't think there's millionaires watching me. I don't know. I highly doubt that there's millionaire traders that are just like making millions of dollars and just tuning in to watch me on YouTube. James Hansen, he's a millionaire. He's watching me. ICT watches me, but he doesn't trade real money, so I don't know if he's a millionaire or not. I'd have to, not that I really care either way. But if I was a millionaire, I probably would just be trading real money at that point. If you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out, blow up that like button. It's free to like. Get 1,000 likes here on the stream, baby. Palm trees. What's no response? I didn't even fucking read your thing, bro. What do you want me to say? Type it again. I love refugees and all countries should be accepted. People from war countries. Isn't that caring, compassionate, empathetic world we want to live in? No. No, palm trees. That's exactly what's fucking wrong with the world. That is fucking exactly what's wrong in the world. You can't move a massive population of people from one fucking country to another country and just expect them to live happily ever after. That's not how this fucking world works. There's too many fucking people on this planet. Like, that's the most idiotic fucking comment I've ever read in my life. We want to be compassionate. No, it's not about being compassionate. It's about fucking the realistic world that we live in. You cannot move 100,000 refugees to fucking France and go, hey, you lived in the Middle East your whole life. Now live in fucking Paris. Have fun. Congratulations. Like, what are they going to do there? What are they going to do in Paris? How are they going to live? What are they going to do? There's not enough fucking jobs and work for everybody. Like, it's just so stupid. Literally the fucking stupidest fucking comments. I want to be compassionate. It's not about being compassionate. It's about fucking being realistic. Fucking realism. The world is so unrealistic. You can't save everybody. You know, it's like, fuck. The world's fucked. But being realistic and being compassionate is a very fucking different deal. Do I want people to die? No, I don't. But at the same time, I understand that the world has to have balance. There's got to be fucking, somebody has to work to make money. You know? Somebody has to work to make money. And I'm tired of fucking paying bills for refugees. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of my tax money paying for refugees and paying for a fucking Ukraine that I give zero fucks about. There should be no reason for money from America to go to Ukraine. Zero fucking reason. Zero. Marin, my politics suck. Thanks for being a subscriber, but for now on, we're gonna go ahead and ban that. I love it. Hey! All right. All I'm saying is there's gotta be fucking realism in this world, you know? People just have no fucking, they're not realistic. Money has to be made. You have to work. There has to be somebody working to make the money for the world to move. We can't all just fucking be refugees and just be happy and just live all happily fucking ever after. This is not how it works. There's too many fucking people on this planet. You know, it's not about me being a mean person. It's just about fucking being realistic. We can't have fucking 1 million refugees living in Florida, just magically living, just happily ever after. Just come to Florida and live all happily ever after. Yay, we're compassionate here. Hey, if you love fucking refugees, then open up your house. Let them come live with you. People have been moving around this world for thousands of years. It's one thing for people to move. It's another thing for a whole, 25% of a population from a country to be a refugee and move to another country. Yeah, that's where the issue is, my friend. It's not my feelings. By the way, people think that I'm like upset right now. I could walk away right now and have zero. I can talk passionately about something and I'm not mad. I'm not mad by any means. I'm just like mind blown that there's people out there that believe that we just can all just fucking live in this magical, rainbows and fucking butterflies for everybody. Just not, you can't do it. Just can't do it, Love everyone. That's fucking such bullshit. You can't love everyone. It's never gonna happen. Humans inherently don't love everyone. We're all a very competitive species. Naturally, in our instinct as a man, we want to fucking be the best man in the room so we can get our woman. Instinctually, it's animal instinct. We can't just love everyone. You can't just have a whole happy fucking rainbows and butterflies. Instinctually, we want to be the fucking alpha male in the room. We want to be the strongest fucking man in the room. Want those fucking muscles. That's the instinct. That's human instinct. We want to survive. We want to procreate. We want to fucking conquer. This world we live in now today is trying to make it so that men are supposed to be little bitches that aren't allowed to be fucking masculine because you can, women and men are totally equal and men aren't supposed to be masculine because they're toxic. You're toxic if you're a man anymore. Everyone's gonna watch this and be like, oh, Patter's so toxic. He's so toxic because he's fucking realistic. He's toxic because he's realistic. No, I'm just fucking realistic because that's the realism. That's real life. There's more people on this planet than we could ever take in as refugees. The poorest countries in the world have the most fucking people being born every day. And we can't take every refugee in the world. We just can't do it. You know? We cannot save the world. The USA cannot save the world. It's that simple. I know it would be a magical dream that we could all just fucking live in, you know, 3-bedroom apartments and get paid and get food for free. It'd be so nice. I would love it. I would love for everyone just to not have to work and we could all just sit around and have fun all day. You guys want to come over to my house later? We could all just sit around and have some fun. Somebody has to work, people. Somebody has to work. I'm tired of paying for lazy ass bitches. And that's not like a feminine thing. That was just people in general. You don't want to work, then hey, go out in the field and just fucking wither away. Wither away, you know? Wither away. Get out of my fucking way. Aye. All right, I should probably go ahead and walk away while I'm up right now. Market's pulling back here. Like I said, I wouldn't go just shorting just because we're pulling back. You got that fair value gap here on the hourly chart, so possibly kind of pull back into that 50 area. Try to make kind of another push back up here. Oh, Peter, I'm toxic because of my mood. Don't worry, buddy. I got this really simple and easy way to solve your problems. I got a real simple way to solve your issues. You hit that X button, right? Go to the X. There's a little X on your screen. Go ahead and hit it. Solved all your fucking problems. Just solved all your problems. Market pulling back here finally into that 50 area. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna be done either way. I'm happy after all that. Yeah, I saw that the Texas governor sent refugees and the US governor. I mean, not the Florida governor. I won't ban you, palm trees. I just think you're just misguided in life. That's all. I feel bad for you. I feel bad that you think that the world can just be compassionate and happy and we can all just sit around and sing fucking kumbaya all day. But that's okay, because somebody's got to fucking be that guy, you know? Someone's got to be that guy. I'm going to be the big guy. Grandma's birthday was good. Yeah, you're misguided by love. Fake love. Not real love. It's fake love. I mean, America's fucking bears enough responsibility, Tiz. Trust me, America's doing enough. We don't need to do any more. Real love, only love. Again, you know, it's called self-preservation. People will always try to survive. If it's between you and them, palm trees, it doesn't matter how much they love you. Instinctually, people will try to survive over you. All right, so right now we're kind of bouncing. What is that? That's 64 right there. Oh, it's the previous day high. So wait, that was, yeah, Wednesday. That was the high of day on Wednesday, huh? That was in the morning though. The overnight session, that 62 area, previous day high. That's right where that pivot point is on the hourly chart as well. I'm interested to see if they're going to try to bounce it back up there after bounce off the twos. Hey, I got nothing wrong with people that live in Ukraine, but let's be honest. Ukraine is a super sketchy fucking country. Lots of money laundering, a lot of fucking political issues. You know, I just think that the fact that we're sending them billions of dollars is very, very suspect. And again, it has nothing, I don't hate Ukrainians in general. I have nothing against people in Ukraine. I'm just saying there's definitely a lot of sketchy shit going on in Ukraine. And I feel like my tax money could be spent, you know, maybe here in America first. I would love to, you know, maybe fix problems in America before fixing problems in Ukraine. Like, let's figure out how can we, you know, let's support the veterans in America that can't get jobs because they got PTSD and they're living on the side of the street now. Shit like that, you know, that's what I'm all for. I think if you serve in the army or you serve in the military in the USA, like, at a certain point, like, if you serve long enough, like, you should always at least have a house. They could have some type of, you know, government housing for veterans to, you know, get back into life. So if you're gonna pay the ultimate sacrifice for your country, I think you should never live on the street. So that's my compassion for the day. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I understand they got the VA loans and stuff, but I have a friend of mine, he's an ex-Ranger, and the poor guy, I mean, the guy is just like, he's not the same. You could, like, you look at him and he's just like, you know, I mean, he's done fucked up shit, you know. He did shit in Iraq or Afghanistan, blah, 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 and he's never gonna be the same, you know. He just can't function normally. I love the guy, but he's, you know, he's gonna have a hard road ahead of him. Thank you for your support, Jason. Well, thank you for your service. I always have respect for anybody that'll sign up to go fucking fight in the army, fight in the war, fight in any, I mean, even police officers. I've got nothing against anybody that's trying to do their job, you know? But again, it goes back to the idea of working, right? Like, those guys work. They fucking work. They signed up to go to the army. They put in the work, reap the reward. But for the people that don't want to work, why should they get fucking anything? Still holding here right now. That 62 area was the high of day from Thursday, from Wednesday, the overnight session. Bounced right off there right now. That hourly pivot point as well holding up there. So I said that 50 area, I think we got the low was 58 there. So again, still not shorting here until they give you a reason to short. I did some work back in the day with a couple of different companies, combat veterans, some of these guys that have lost legs and different, you know, amputees. And we went out wakeboarding with some of these guys, and it was super cool to meet them all and hear about their stories, and went on the boat, took them wake surfing. I love, like, there's nothing more that I love to see than somebody that's fucking hit rock bottom and came back stronger than ever, you know? Obviously they still have issues, but like, to get your fucking leg blown off and then to come back and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna make my life work and I'm gonna, you know, make it happen. There's nothing cooler than that. The problem is when people that don't even have issues, they're the ones that are crying about how hard their life is. So, is day trading work? I mean, I think so. It seems like it. It's fucking work for me. Definitely not play. And on the SPY right now, we're bouncing off that pivot point there. The 393.27. I laughed at Creep Knight's comment. I'm working at just staying green. I like it. I have not that many military people in my family. I think my grandpa, my great grandpa actually stormed the beaches of fucking Normandy. Imagine fucking that, and that would have to be one of the gnarliest fucking things in the world. To put your ass in a boat and then literally just fucking pull up to the beach in Normandy. Like there's no, like our civilization today, like in America, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that a bunch of 20-year-olds in America would go jump into a boat and fucking storm the beaches of Normandy. No fucking way. No fucking way. I mean, that's some real hard ass shit. That's some real hard ass shit right there. Immigrants would? I mean, they wouldn't even storm in their own country. All right. I need 48 more, 48 more likes. Help me out if you haven't already hit that like button. Hit that like button if you haven't already. You can see right now, trying to push back up there to the 70s. We got an iceberg seller sitting there at 69, 70 level. I still think this wants to go higher, to be honest. Like, unless we put in a higher low here, I don't think this is a short just yet, my friends. That hourly chart still looking very bullish. And now pushing through. There's an iceberg seller right there at the 70s. Let's see if we're how many they're gonna sell through here. 1,000 contracts right there traded. 1,200 contracts, 1,300 contracts, 1,500 contracts, 1,600 now, 1,700. Look at him. Is this the same person as earlier? Huh? Imagine literally shorting 1,700 contracts, or just just taking that many contracts in general. Holy fuck. The problem is we don't know for sure if it's a buy or a sell. But I would say that it's not, it can't be a buy, right? Because why would you sit there and buy 1,700 contracts when you could buy lower? Is it accumulation? No, that's a iceberg. That's pretty much one fund or one company running that. That's the big boys right there. That's one company basically. It could also be, yeah, they could also be selling positions from earlier. How do I know it's an iceberg? Well, right there, that little, when it says 1,700, basically what they're doing is they're not showing their size on the book, right? Like you can see on the book, the order, there's, yeah, right through there, 1,800 now. They took it out, but it's still sitting there. So that order is still sitting there. Even though we took out that 80 level, or that what was that 70 level there, we still can't push above it. That's an iceberg seller, basically. We don't know, the reason that's called an iceberg is you don't know how big that seller is. Same way that you don't know how big an iceberg is. 1,800 contracts sitting there. So like I said, this could be someone selling from a long earlier, or it's somebody shorting right here. 2,000 contracts. What is the red dot? What red dot? Is there spoofing in futures? 100%. Yeah, no, there's spoofing in futures is very, I wouldn't say popular, but very common. It's also the algorithms will flash big size sometimes. How do I know if the bookmap data is real? Well, it's pulling the MBO. So the cool thing about Rhythmic data through bookmap here is we're getting data straight from the exchange. Like this is straight from the exchange, not through my broker or anything like that. And we're getting the MBO data, which shows the actual order book of orders that you can see actual, you know, stop loss orders. You can see buy stops when they pop up on this, on the chart there. I'm going to wait and see what happens with this seller there, 2000. This thing, the red bubble, that's just sellers. If it's a red, it means selling. If it's green, it means buying. It's basically volume, an aggregation of volume within that time frame. So the more that we zoom in here, you can see like those little bubbles. Look how crazy that gets. This is like the quickest you can zoom in. This is like a millisecond of price action right here. Try to trade this. Try to scalp off this right here. So that iceberg seller is gone. And we move higher now. Looks like they traded, what, 3,000 contracts there again. 3,000, yeah, 3,200 contracts there. So I wonder, that's interesting. We had that earlier. Remember earlier we had 3,000 seller. Where's he at? Yeah, earlier we had a iceberg 3,100 contracts there for that iceberg earlier. And now we got 3,200 up here. Is it a coincidence? $1 million question. I can make the bubbles bigger as well. Bubble, bubble, bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. So the cool thing about the bookmap as well is the bookmap is not really like a time-based thing. Like basically between these little dotted lines, this is, I think, 1 minute candles we're looking at right now in here, but the more you zoom out, it's just kind of the bigger time frame. But then when you zoom in, not really looking at time frames here. You're more so just like looking at that exact moment right there. Dalian, I think Delta is the biggest bullshit in the entire market. That's got to be one of the biggest bullshit indicators. The Delta. 100%. %. Cumulative Delta is literally the biggest bullshit indicator in the whole entire stock market. That and RSI. RSI and cumulative Delta. Terrible. I don't really trade volume profiles either. Some people do it. I mean, there's different ways to trade, right? Like you can trade it different ways you want, but RSI is literally the worst indicator, right? Let's look. Let's put the RSI like on the chart today. Put the RSI on this chart and let me see what you would have thought. The problem is people trade RSI the wrong way. That's the issue. That's the big issue here, honestly, right? If you look here, I mean, we were overbought. We were in the overbought area from 1045, from 22s all the way up here to the fucking 70s. So if your whole entire strategy is to only buy when the fucking RSI is in the oversold and to only get short when the market's only overbought, well, you would have fucking got blown up over and over here. I think the only way that the RSI actually works is if you only trade when the RSI goes from overbought to oversold. Everything else is just bullshit. You know? That's the way I would look at it. The problem is people, like, they trade with the idea of like, oh, I'm only gonna get long if we're oversold, or I'm only gonna get short if we're overbought. And I would say that's a very it doesn't work. Doesn't work. RSI is just, it's super laggy. It's not fucking there. Like, the funny part is, like, all those indicators today, I mean, other than fucking this rip earlier on the 1 minute chart. Problem is, like, look at this thing. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to fuck. That 21 EMA, we talked about that the other day. That 21 EMA loves to get touched. This would have, I mean, this really would have been the only pullback that I would have bought if I was trading off those EMAs there. But I just hate buying off that 80 EMA, even though the market just went higher and higher. But if we would have, got a dip right here to the 21, then that would have been the setup to take. Problem is MACD, you can see the MACD, even right now, the MACD is bearish. And guess what? We're pushing up. So MACD's bearish, market's pushing up, normally leads to choppy action. So there it is. I'm done. We hit 1,000 likes. We made some money today. And we like to party. So I'm not a big, like, I just don't care about stochastic or the problem is, guys, if you put too many indicators on the chart, you're never going to trade. Like, if your whole entire strategy is based on fucking 10 indicators, you're just going to be sitting there in paralysis. So figure out what works for you. If you like it, trade it. If you don't like it, don't trade it. But for me personally, I just feel like if you put too many indicators on the chart, you end up just creating, like, trading paralysis, where you're like, oh my God, you know, my RSI is not right. Oh, the MACD is not right. Oh, this isn't right. Oh my God, this isn't right. So yeah, I think there's a point where you just can't have, there's too many indicators. Too many indicators. Too many indicators. All right. We're done. We're out of here. I've been live since 9:15. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button and like button, you know what to do. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I'm going to go do some work. I'm going to work on a video right now, and then I'm going to get some Chipotle. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you didn't get too offended by my opinions on the overall world. But hey, at the end of the day, I do, you know, agree that we should have, you know, the world should be a better place, right? Like, people should be happy. We should all love each other. But let's be honest, it's just not going to work like that. There's always going to be bad players. You know, there's always going to be evil in the world. And the only way to fucking defeat evil is with good. And you just gotta, you know, we gotta get there. I don't know. I don't have all the answers in the world, but I do know that we can't just all be fucking happy, you know, and just sit around and sing Kumbaya all day. Someone's got to be bad so that we can be good. All right. Well, someone's got to get bad so that we can have the good. Either way, that's my tangent or my little rant today. Again, guys, you know, this is all just in the moment. It's all fun. We're doing it live on YouTube. There's no editing. There's nobody to stop me from saying these things, but I do agree. You know, the world is a fucked up place, and hopefully one day it'll be better, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, especially the way that the media and the world we're living in now just preaches this idea that we can all just fucking be whatever we want to be. You can be whatever gender. You can fucking do whatever you want. There's no rules anymore. Well, there are rules, actually. There are deep down human rules. There's rules to life. You know, it is what it is. So there it is. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. live on YouTube right here. And I'm going to get me some Chipotle. Reward for the day. I made $2,700, get one Chipotle bowl. If I'd have made $3,000, I would have got 2 Chipotle bowls, but only made $2,700. So only get 1 Chipotle bowl. It's a sad, sad time to be alive. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace to the Middle East.